time to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my Twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut, except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dog looks like. That's right, baby. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it looks like two balls in a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. Mike Super Laser Piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. Obama is a strong figure to America. I would never say such a thing. No way. I'm gonna log on to my Twitter. I'm gonna drop my newest album, Crackin' Eggs. Crackin' Eggs. I'm taking over the universe. I'm taking over your world. I'm taking everything from you. Give me your phone. I'm taking over Victoria's Secret. I'm taking over Best Buy. The news is mine, and everyone else can leave. You see that planet? I'm taking it now. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it looks like a fucking walnut. Bam! It is also that I've been in there. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm taking the world by storm. That's right, I'm gonna drop my album. Super Crackin' Piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, you piss baby? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. I'm taking over the universe. I'm taking over your world. Crackin' Eggs. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Everybody's fucking my wife. I'm throwing your ass in the garbage. Why is the camera zooming in? I'm throwing all your asses in the garbage. I'm taking your CDs and weed. My super laser. That's it. I'm calling the police. 911. You have 23 hours before the piss drop. Let's hit the fucking earth. Now get out of my fucking sight before I piss on you too. Woof. Hello, Vox.
Hello, Mary. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Did you like my intro? I don't know if you had a chance to check it out.
I could see it, but from my end, I couldn't hear it exactly. But it did look really, really good. I liked the get fucked Zuma dance you were doing. That was cool. That was really cool. I liked that a lot.
I'm glad you liked it. I feel like you should. Next time, I'll send you a link to the song so you can get the full experience now after stream.
Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. I'll check that out. Oh, I love. It looks very, very YTP. And
disco song.
YTP MVs are like my favorite genre. I definitely have to check that out.
Excuse me, YTPs.
Yeah, YouTube poops. You know, like
yes,
like Pingers and Mama Luigi and what else? What else have they got in there?
You've got such sumo humor. I love it. I love it.
Pussy. You know, they got all sorts going on.
Oh, my alert is on my face. That's not where it's supposed to be. And put it up here. There you go.
All right. Put it up.
Well,
put it up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. He took the internet by storm 2 years ago with the first words we heard from him, which was, "That's my girl." Just kidding. I'm pretty sure it was a long monologue about Bite of 87. Please join me in welcoming the only man.
In some order.
The only man willing to produce a longer VTuber lore video than myself, Lord Vox Millard Akuma of Nitisandi Ian's fifth wave for Luxium. Yay!
Thank you very much for having me, Mary. It's funny because Luxium were the fourth wave, but many of us have made the exact same mistake hundreds and hundreds of times.
No, see,
it's
actually,
kind of difficult to keep track of.
You're fucking wrong here. Let me tell you why.
Oh?
Nitisandi India was for a brief moment the first wave of Nitisandi Ian. Indeed.
I wasn't aware of that specificity. That's fascinating. I was aware of Nijisanji IN, but I wasn't sure about that. That's an interesting fact.
Rest in peace, Aja, Nor, and Vihu. Rest in peace. We remember you forever. Niti Ian's first ever Ian wave for about a month, I think. Oh my. Fun fact, did you ever get a chance to talk to any of them?
I don't believe I did. No, I don't think I did. Which is a big shame. Which is a big shame. But you know, you never say never. Maybe one day.
Well, one thing I find spectacular about Vihu in particular is he forever left his account as Vihu's Big Venus Tweets. That is his permanent Twitter name now. Based, absolutely based.
It's great. It reminds me of you know, just really like a lot of the sense of humor that a lot of other Niji members have. Like particularly a lot of my favorite people from ID just have like such an incredible sense of humor, and it's always really funny to see.
You've never seen a VTuber stream until you've seen Mika Miletica go insano mode. Yes. Oh, and your sister, Kureji Ali, as well. She's crazy.
Oh, Ollie as well. Oh, yes. No, insane. It's totally insane.
You know, on the official, on her official website, on the HoloLive website, it says to turn down your volume when you watch her.
They should definitely put that on the Niji website for me as well. You know, it's a shame almost, because I think that when you have this interest in this community, like I did before I joined, you have so much time to watch all of these people, and then when you become one yourself, you have less time to watch them, and it kind of feels like it's much more difficult to, you know, sort of keep up with the times. So it's sort of like, you know, you become the no, that's not what am I saying? Anyway, you know, it's an interesting thing where it feels like you're closer to but further away from the community in a different way once you become like a part of it. So it's an interesting experience, but you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything, of course.
Of course. Do you feel that's how it is for you sometimes?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I'm just very, very busy, and also maybe it's the Socrates effect, where it's like when I was just a fan who was just sort of, you know, watching streams on my phone being like, oh, these guys are really cool. I didn't realize how much I didn't know. You know, I wasn't really aware of a lot of parts of the wider culture until I sort of joined Niji, and I met people who were so much more aware, and then I realized how much more I had to keep up with and how much more I had to learn. And then it sort of felt like, well, actually, I really don't know anything at all. And I look back at some of the assumptions that I had before I started, and I was like, damn, I was like way off the mark. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about at all. But of course, that's just wonderful. You know, you learn so much.
Oh, I used to, I remember when I started streaming, I used to cover up half my screen with the chat, and I thought that was good streaming. I was watching some of my like ancient streams, and I was like, why didn't I pop off back then? No, I know why I didn't pop off back then.
It's like holding up a big mirror being like, this stream is all about you guys. Hey, take a look.
Oh, by the way, everyone in chat, I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from bronchitis, so I'm going to be coughing a little bit.
This poor guy.
I'm trying to turn my face away from the microphone so I don't blow out your ears.
It's going to be all right.
I was stuck in Singapore for 14 days, Vox, because I couldn't travel.
Oh gosh.
And my employees had to get me a hotel room, and then I spent most of my time in the bathtub because it was the only place I could breathe because of the steam.
Oh my gosh, you poor thing. I like getting sick. Especially with something like, I've had bronchitis before as well, and it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Getting sick is one thing, but getting sick when you're not home Nightmare. Getting
it's
sick
the
when
first time I
you've
really
got-
tried
when-
that, yeah.
Especially when you've got no one to look after you, and you've got to like still keep up with everything, and you've got to find food. You've got to do everything to keep yourself well and healthy without anyone helping you while you're like struggling that much. It's a nightmare. I can't imagine what it
like-
must have been like for 2 weeks.
It was awful. I feel like I went like catatonic or something at one point because I had to. I mean, luckily I had my employees because we're based in Singapore. So they would like drive me around from the doctor and back. It was just awful. I could barely move. I could barely do anything. It was just fever and then lack of breathing. It was awful.
Lack of breathing entirely.
Yes.
That sucks ass. I'm so glad you're starting to feel a little bit better, even if not all the way.
We've got a chat question. May, why so small? I'm actually standing on a chair right now. If you want to be honest.
He's actually doing his best to get into frame with me. So please give him the benefit of the doubt. If there's one thing, I mean,
What happened to you? You're so big
What?
suddenly. I thought I got bigger, then you get even bigger again. What's going
I got
on?
even bigger. Well, I'll tell you what happened. What happened was I released this movie called The Demon Hungers, where I aimed to tell the world all about all of those horrible crimes that I committed all those years ago.
Ah, yes.
And then while the premiere was happening, I literally was so guilt-ridden I couldn't stand to watch it. So I went outside to go and get some food. And because I was wearing my nice clothes, I got approached by these 3 guys who tried to rob me, and I lost I sort of lost my cool, and I murdered all 3 of them in the street. And and obviously, as you may now be aware, because I understand you watched the film, I wound up absorbing all 3 of their souls very, very quickly and in a way that I wasn't really prepared for, and then I transformed into this, and I smashed into my window. And then the after party, which I had intended to be a jolly affair, turned into me just being really stressed and embarrassed and quite sad for 20 minutes, and then going and drinking myself half to death. But I'm not drinking anymore now, so that's good. That's good. I've gotten used to it. And if anything, I'm learning to be a lot more appreciative of this size. It feels nice to be the tallest in EN, and certainly one of the, generally on the taller side when it comes to VTubers. But if there's one thing that I'm aware of now, I'm creating a lot of problems when it comes to being added to collabs, because putting people in frame with me just causes a whole load of issues.
Oh no, you can't even retract your wings to put them behind your back.
No, actually, I can't put them away, but when I play games on stream, what I do, I have a green screen that I poked some holes in, so I very delicately thread my wings through the green screen.
Everyone, this is Vox when he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! No, RuneScape rather.
Yeah. Take up the entire screen.
I love it.
It's really difficult.
It's my favorite.
Difficult, but I found ways of making it work, because it's like I said a little while ago. Things might be weird, but I have a job to do. I'm employed by a fantastic company, and I need to hold up my end of the bargain, and so I will keep streaming, even if this is what I've become.
Oh God, what dedication indeed.
I know, and it's inspiring, isn't it?
You haven't been over here on Twitch for quite a while. I mean, you've been on some collabs and stuff, right? But
I have, yeah. I think the last time I was on Twitch was when I did the Among Us VR collab with RT Game and some of his friends, and that was really, really fun. The thing about VR, especially with Among Us, is that in the desktop version of the game, I tend to get like really nervous and overwhelmed especially when I get imposter. Like my imposter RNG is really, really bad. And then when I finally get imposter, I psych myself out and I'm a bad liar. But in VR, for whatever reason, I feel like I don't know, it feels way more immersive, and I feel like I can kind of get into character a little bit more as like an Among Us person. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a way better liar in VR. Exactly. As one of the Moguses, I feel like I can really embody that role, right? And then when all of the stuff starts happening, and then on the RT Game collab, I was like, such a great detective. I think I only had imposter like 2 or 3 times, but like all of the times where I was crewmate, I was genuinely being like a really good detective, and I was figuring shit out. But that doesn't mean I was any smarter. I was just very convincing.
Of course.
I would like very handily convince them it's definitely them, and I was 100% wrong.
Got really into it. You sure it wasn't one of those like, Hina, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Hina Bobina, thank you. My dear friend Hina.
Thank you.
Raided in. To everyone who doesn't know, we are live on both YouTube and Twitch, but guess where we're also live, Vox? You don't know this one.
Where are we live?
We're live on Facebook Gaming.
Facebook Gaming. Oh, yeah. Listen. Okay. There have been several times on stream when because listen, I am old. All right, I'm old, and some of my friends, some of the lads, everyone else has group chats on like, I don't know, WhatsApp or what do the kids have these days? Snapchat.
I see
me
where this
and
is
my
going.
mates, we have a Facebook group chat, and every time I forget to close Facebook before I stream, and like a Facebook notification goes off, my chat makes fun of me for being old. And I'm like, I don't even use Facebook for anything else. I just use it to keep up with the boys. But like, you know, what's wrong with Facebook? It's fine. It's fine. You know, it's just Messenger. It's all right. Yeah, we're just keeping up with the lads. But yeah, I mean, thinking about Facebook always makes me sad because now Twitter is like slowly just transforming into Facebook at this point because as soon as you give people a monetary incentive to post on social media, they will immediately start engagement baiting, and all of the content just becomes the worst shit you can imagine.
They pay fuck all though, dude. I've gotten $70. I've gotten $70 from Twitter ads.
Oh my god.
That's lifetime too. They
70
don't pay. They don't pay.
70 across, like, since that began, you've been paid $70
$70
from the very beginning.
From the big musk. 70
from that muskrat. Do you want to know something?
Yes,
do you want to know what's so tragic about this whole thing is the fact that Twitter Blue or X Premium was Elon's like big idea for how to make his money back on paying $44 billion for Twitter, which by the way was not worth $44 billion when he bought it. His big idea was Twitter Blue, like charging $8 a month. And do you know? So he bought it for $44 billion. Do you know how much? Do you know how much money Twitter Blue brings in?
Probably not much.
It is, so remember, 44 billion purchase across the entire platform, across one of the biggest social media websites in the world. It brings in $8 million a month.
But that's the thing. Twitter isn't even that big. Like, if you compare it with Facebook, that has like billions of users, right?
Like, it always amazes me because I am not active on TikTok at all. I don't use TikTok. It's not that I'm against it at all. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's kind of beyond me almost. And the idea of running a social media account on more than Twitter and YouTube at the same time is genuinely terrifying to me. I would need a full-blown like social media manager who just posts there for me. But I don't have it on my phone and I don't watch that. But then sometimes I'll see screenshots or kind of like cross posts from TikTok being posted on Twitter, and I'll see like the amount of likes that these posts get. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like TikTok is so much bigger than Twitter. It's ridiculous. Like the amount of posts on TikTok that will get like 4-5 million plus likes, whereas like getting more than 1 million likes on Twitter is very rare. Like the GTA 6 trailer just about got a million likes, whereas 1 million likes will go to like, I don't know, like a video on TikTok will get 1 million likes like a day. You know, there will be a new one every day that gets more than 1 million likes. So yeah, Elon just kind of like, I don't know, just a weird personal thing where he was like, I just specifically want to buy Twitter for no reason. And it's like, well, okay, I mean, if you're sure. For $44 billion.
It's not worth 44 billion. You're right.
No,
you're
not
totally
at all.
right.
And apparently, because he bought it for $44 billion, that set the website's value at $44 billion. But apparently now it is estimated at less than half of that. So he set its value very high, and it then immediately organically fell to about $20 billion. So
I've no idea.
Very well.
I don't think he can make the money back. I don't think it's realistic. 44 billion is a lot of fucking money.
You know, I'm pretty sure that like, hang on a minute. Let me check something.
Yeah. Vox looks rich. Apparently not that rich. He can't even afford a new shirt.
Can't even afford a new shirt. I mean, I ordered some new ones on Amazon. They should be getting here. They should be getting here pretty soon. But I had to order them. I had to get them in a custom size. Look at this. Right, 42.5 billion to 145.7 billion is the value of the entire film industry. So the lower bound, really, of the entire film industry across the world, that includes Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, all of the different Hollywoods across the world, all of them put together, could be worth less than what Elon Musk paid for Twitter.
Oh, God.
Insane.
That is insane. You know, speaking, you mentioned TikTok a little bit. You mentioned you don't have a TikTok. You never considered making one?
I've considered making one a bunch of times. Yeah, I'm impressed very much by the format. And when I see people be really inventive with TikToks, it definitely makes me quite inspired. I think for me, I just really struggle to organize things, and I really struggle to sort of like run with an idea I've had. Like if I have an idea, I can kind of only keep up with one idea at a time. And most of my ideas come down to doing a YouTube video or doing a stream. Like trying to come up with ideas for YouTube shorts or TikToks at the same time. Like I think it would just be a bit much for me, because it's like streams plus like other ideas that I'm working on in the long term, like the film that came out. And just trying to, like, I don't know, survive. Like, I think that's as much as I can keep up with as a person.
And you've got the Kindred spreading your clips and stuff, right?
I do. It's not like yeah, they're wonderful. They're very good.
You want to know something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know my top 3 shorts on my channel, all you?
Oh my God.
And some of them have insane views, both on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. And the clip of you asking me if I know what docking is has 1.9 million views on YouTube and 1.4 million on TikTok.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, right, like you fully leaning into it was like that was what brought that clip home. You know, I think you're the star of the show on that one, of me asking, do you know what dogging is? And you saying, yep. It means being a dog. And right now I'm live dogging. And I was like, oh,
still live dogging every day. Still live dogging every day. I'm still a dog
he's
every
doing
day.
It, guys, he's doing it right now.
Still a dog. Hold on.
This man's had that dog in him for the longest time.
I don't just have the dog in him. I am the dog.
He is the dog in him.
Hell yeah. Anyway, but yes, indeed. So it's actually the 3rd most watched short on YouTube featuring you. Did you know that?
Oh my God.
In fact, a vast majority of popular YouTube shorts featuring you happen to be sitting on my channel.
That's insane.
Could you, I don't know, upload a few shorts to your own channel so it doesn't look ridiculous? Because I look like the goddamn #1 Vox Akuma fanboy over here, by the way.
Maybe I shouldn't upload it. Maybe I should just keep it that way.
Damn it, Vox. I'm fairly certain majority of my subscribers on this channel just subbed with the assumption that this was a Vox Akuma clip channel. You have a grand total of a single goddamn short on your channel, and it's literally your Jordans are fake meme that you uploaded before you even debuted. God damn it, Vox.
Listen. Yes. Maybe I shouldn't upload these shorts so that people still think that you're a Vox fan channel. And then maybe you can upload more shorts and then you can just be a Vox fan channel. I think that would be fun. You never know. You might really enjoy that.
Can't believe that would be where my video career did. Advertising Vox forever.
Gonna just put a very large hand on your head and squeeze a tiny bit too tight, being like, you want to make clips for me, don't you?
Oh my God. Just set up, just fuck it. I'm just Vox's clip channel now.
Don't worry.
Vox's clips.
We're gonna make a lot
Lucius
of TikToks together.
It's the stupidest way to avoid having to make a fucking TikTok channel. Oh man. Anyway, I wanted to talk about your film.
Yes.
Where is it? Okay, here we go. So, you've been quite busy yourself. I actually at some point I realized. At some point I said I think I was watching your stream and I realized I haven't talked to Vox, like really talked to Vox in like nearly a year. And it's like time flies. Time fucking flies so fast.
It really does. This year, it's felt so slow but so fast at the same time. It's really weird. Like when I think about my perception of time, this year feels like it just came and went. But then when I think about things that have happened this year, then I realize how long it's actually been. It's been tough. It's been tough, but I'm still really proud of what I've managed to do this year.
Oh yeah, you've been busy. Today I sat down and rewatched all of the Demon Hungers, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember you. I remember you sent me when you were when you were listening to the credits. Which
I listened to the credits 12 times. I did.
It's such a good song, isn't it? It's such a good song.
And who sang it?
It's this guy Riemann, who I did not know before Diego hired him for the song, and essentially. I'm so impressed with Diego, and I really want to work with him again because he just really when I approached him to make the soundtrack for the film, he had never done anything like that before. I just had worked with him on the New Sidonia cover, and he, I liked how he worked with traditional instruments, and I liked how he sort of went for that orchestral edge, and so I was like, okay, I think this will be a good idea. But he was still really, really like. He said, like, I feel like I'm going to be out of my comfort zone on this. And I thought, like, that'll be good. It'll encourage him to be creative. But I wasn't prepared for how much he would take the ball and then just run with it. And he came up with so many ideas of his own and went above and beyond what I was expecting.
You had some real talent on this movie.
He sent me a message saying, for the credits, I would love to make something that's more me. I'd love to make something more personal. I just said, hey, go for it. Be creative. And he came back with that. He came back with that, just like with no input from me whatsoever. It's all him and Riemann doing the vocals. And I was just like, damn. I felt so lucky, so lucky to have that level of passion go into a project that I was organizing. I just couldn't believe it, really.
I think it's amazing. I was completely struck by the impact of the ending music. It was amazing. It's like felt like proper anime fantasy movie ending. Like I'd been in the cinema sitting there watching. It's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Quite beautiful.
And it's brilliant. A lot of groups of fans like rented out cinemas to go and watch the film.
Oh, really?
Which is just the biggest like honor for me. And I think that people sent like some clips of audience reactions to the film, and one of my favorite ones was like when there was like one of the jokes like when the dad like smacks Jiro in the head after he's like said something stupid, and hearing the audience like laugh in a group, I was like, oh wow, this is real. It was really just really heartwarming, and I'm just so glad that I got to experience that.
You've got very dedicated fans.
I do. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for them.
Did you see they were nominated? Your fans were nominated.
Yeah, they've been nominated for an award for the most dedicated fan base. I mean, obviously every fan base there, is there for a reason. But like, at least in I understand I'm biased, but in my experience, I can't imagine having a fan base more dedicated because we've been through a lot together. We've been through a lot together. There have been a lot of highs, a lot of lows. But the thing for me is seeing like so many people in this fan base who are literally ride or die, like not even to the point where because things are very different now than they were before. I've made a lot of changes based on what I've needed to for my health and for what I need in order to be happy creatively, and so many of them are just I don't care what he makes. I don't care if it's what I signed up for originally. I will always be there, and I can't imagine a fan base being more dedicated than that. I'm just I'm just really grateful for it, and I don't really understand it, but I'll take it, and I'll do my best to make them happy.
That's very sweet. I think. Okay, so I must be honest with you, Vox. I've felt a little lost with VTubing for about the last 8 months or so. But I must admit, the whole fandom culture around VTubing is what keeps me coming back. It's just that. I could do without the gaming. I could do without the daily streams and stuff. But it's literally just the fan base, the whole fandom culture around VTubing that just makes me come back every time. You know what my fan base gave me? You know what my dog Gami gave me in person? Look at this, World's Best Dog Award.
that's so cute. Look at that. Getting
They
like
gave
one
it
of
to
the,
me.
oh yeah, I've never had one in person, but having like the like Agio boards and stuff where people all write messages for you, like that's a very personal gift, and it's really really sweet. It always makes me smile so much when I see something like that.
It's
And you having
beautiful.
one in person, that's beautiful. That's a really sweet gesture. Yeah.
It was lovely, and then and then I got sick. It was during the Singapore convention I got sick at. So I was in my hotel room, I was coughing my lungs out, I was in the bathtub, and then sometimes I just look at this and I say, I need to survive. I need to get back to them.
I need to live for them, for them,
for Dog Army. I love them. I do love them very much. And what's your favorite thing the Kindred did for you? Can you even name one? Is it too hard?
It would be difficult to name one. But looking back, I mean, there are so many. I think that when I look back, the one moment that there are several moments where where they've done something that I genuinely cannot believe is happening to me, for me, because of me. And I think that the first one was on the first birthday I celebrated with my kindred. It was they had a load of fan projects, and all of them like were mind blowing, and I was like, I just can't believe this is all happening. But there was this song they did called "What Does the Vox Say," and it was like an original song with lyrics made out of like things that I've said on stream, and something about seeing this whole music video with like a live performance and a whole band making this song just about me and things that I've said while I've sat in my bedroom playing video games. Like, I genuinely couldn't believe what I was witnessing, and it was like one of those moments that really put into perspective how lucky I was. And then shortly afterwards, it was given to me like on my birthday, but I got around to playing it a little bit later. Was this fan game called Present Memories, which
a fan game
scared me because it was a fan game that was like a visual novel set at around the time that I was living in my castle back in the 1600s. And the thing is that it's told a story that is shockingly close to a real story that happened, shockingly close, to the point where I've essentially just told people like, yeah, Present Memories is based on a true story. I don't know how they knew, but I'd like to imagine that's some kind of like, I don't know, connection, I guess. Like they just sort of understood me in a way and kind of understood that this is probably something that happened, and they were absolutely right. It told a really, really great story about a birthday that I had back then when they were trying to organize a surprise party, but I thought they were all plotting to kill me. And it was it was fascinating to see that be brought to life in a game. And the game was made with so much passion, and there were so many different routes, and there were so many different references to various characters, so many different references to Easter eggs and moments that I've had on stream. And that was like, I don't know, it felt like just by hanging out with them and playing games with them, I'd been creating a mythos without meaning to. Like, for example, one of my first streams ever was when I played Smash with my viewers and like invited them to an arena so we could fight each other. You ever heard of cat gaming?
Cat gaming? I'm not sure.
Yeah, cat with a K. So cat gaming was one of the first people to join my Smash arena, and she absolutely wiped the fucking floor with me back to front like so many times. And every time I do a Smash stream against viewers, cat gaming reliably every time gets in.
This is that banner.
Exactly. And you should be gaming now. And in Present Memories, cat gaming was a character who I have a battle with, and they made like a remix of my intro music and like a battle theme and stuff like that for this like Easter egg. And it's one of the bad endings because she kills me in the bad ending. So it's just, and then I realized like, yeah, that was just a moment where I lost to somebody in Smash, and it became this kind of part of the mythos. And I was just amazed at how much these little moments connected with people. And I think it's one of those things that you really can't describe how it feels, because it's like something that to you is, you know, I'm trying to do a job and I'm having fun and I'm doing I'm doing this, but to your fans, the people who follow you and enjoy what you do, all of these moments have such meaning, and it's impossible to keep track of, but keeping track of it, and you know, that can be like a real great way of like kind of figuring out what to do next. And really, I know that if I didn't have that kind of input from them, and if I didn't have that kind of a kind of understanding and that connection with them, I feel like I would have run out of ideas a really long time ago.
I think the whole fandom thing is kind of vital to VTubing.
I think so too.
Yeah. It is after all the one thing I couldn't do without. I think it's the one thing that keeps me coming back. Is it the same for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it's sort of been like a bit of a thing very recently where what I've been trying to do is find that balance, because the Demon Hungers for me was not only a way of, you know, getting this weight off my chest and trying to tell people, you know, like there's a lot of stuff you don't know about me that I feel like you should know if you're gonna, you know, be this supportive of me. But I think in a way it was also a way of me taking control of my life and the kind of things that I create and what I do for work, because I wanted to be more creatively fulfilled. But the thing is that what I was feeling was sort of this contrast, because before then, I very much had a problem where I would do too much for my fans. Like I would kind of, I have a problem really, which is very sort of like deep seated and very personal, where I kind of freak out a little bit if I feel like I want to say no, you know. And from the beginning, I sort of had this don't stop dancing mentality, where whenever a fan, like completely well-meaning, they don't mean to kind of push me into a corner and make me do something I don't want to do. Like no one is to blame for this except me. But if a fan ever asked, can you do this? I would feel so compelled to do it. You know, even if I didn't want to, I would feel so compelled to, like, I'm so blessed to be in this position. I need to do what I need to do in order to make them happy. And so, you know, they ask like, oh, can you give me a kiss? And then I felt like, well, I have to, you know, and then I just sort of kept doing it. And then whenever someone gave me a super chat and asked like, I just felt like if I miss a super chat for like $5 and they ask for a kiss and I don't give it to them, that it's over. I fucked it up. I ruined that person's day. And it got to a point where I kind of, like I've said 1,000 times, it's not any one member of the audience's fault, but it did feel a little bit violating after a while to feel like I was sort of like, you know, like an arcade machine with a coin slot where people could kind of put money in and then get whatever they wanted out of me. And so by changing that around and trying to sort of do only what I wanted to do, that was a part of like forcing myself to learn how to say no. But on the flip side, there was a way in which the pendulum swung a little bit too far, and I felt as though I sort of disregarded my audience a little bit too much. You know, and I sort of thought I want to show whatever I want to show whenever I want to show it, which in a way is good, but then without sort of trying to consider the audience and sort of being a little too harsh, I think that what I managed to do is sort of reach a point where I was like, you know, it's difficult to describe, but essentially when you really try to reach out and do something that is entirely you, there will always be a side of it where you should, at the very least, consider the impact that it will have on your audience, which is not something that I did. Or at the very least, I did not imagine that the impact on my audience would be what it was. And I think that, like, I wish that I had had more patience to listen to them and to understand what, you know, sort of like the right way of going about it. So it's an endlessly fascinating experience that I can never really predict, and that I can never really understand how it will go down at various stages of the journey. But for you, I think that like your obsession with the fandom side of it is a really valuable thing to have.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, go for it.
So, sorry for cutting you off, by the way.
Not at all. I've been talking for fucking ages.
No, I love hearing your voice. It's like beautiful podcast in my ear. You know, after our initial collaboration last year, one of the first times we collaborated, it was when we were doing the comic, if you remember.
Yeah, of course.
I have a screenshot from back then. Do you want to see? We can compare it to now.
Yeah.
This looks it looks hilarious compared to now. Where is it? Where's my screenshot? Come on. Where is it? It's right here somewhere. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Here we are.
Those wide eyes.
It's my old outfit. You know, a fun fact about this, I got this look. You know, I'm kind of a shapeshifter myself. I've got a weird backstory myself. I'll tell you about it someday. But so back then I changed into a little bit more of a feminine form. And my reason for doing so was actually quite funny. It is because I decided that pre-Lucium. And before Lucium came out, I don't know if you know much about it, but male VTubers, at least in the Ian scene, there was some amazing Japanese, maybe also Asa, I think had debuted before then. There was some amazing male VTubers in the Eastern scene. But in the West, in the Ian scene, it was kind of considered a little bit of a joke. There wasn't really a lot of people. I think it was like me and one other guy, maybe two other guys, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know there were quite a few male VTubers, but no one had really, at least in the EN scene, no one had like truly popped off yet. Like VTubing, at least as viewed by the mainstream in the West, was a pretty strictly female-dominated space. Absolutely.
Indeed.
So I can imagine what you felt was, if I want to succeed as a man in VTubing, I should be more feminine.
Yes. Went the femboy route, also because it's fun. You know, it's fun to, as a person growing up male, it's fun to play with the idea of femininity and stuff. So I definitely had a lot of fun with that. But I think I laugh so much when I think about it, because I debuted this form of mine and also my maid uniform, and then I think like a few days later, Luxium's trailer dropped, and then you guys took it was like immediately proof. Oh yeah, male VTubing can work. And by the way, Mary, you just went in the totally opposite direction of the meta. So fucking funny.
But now you've had the chance to go back and really sort of think, well, actually, what do I want to look like? You know, and you can shapeshift all over again and try something new.
And then, of course, I went, yes, indeed. Oh, my God. Anyway, I wanted to tell you this story. So after this collaboration of ours, I think this was our first collab. I think it was. It might have been. I don't remember if it was. It was at least one of the first collabs where people really started taking notice of me. And I remember I heard a story from some of my viewers, is that they had a fan Discord server for the Kindred. And in this fan Discord server, they created a group chat for what they called Kin Dogs, which was apparently fans of you and me both. And a lot of these this like fan group inside your Discord server became kind of its own thing. So they split off in order to avoid, you know, taking attention away from you on your server. They made their own server, which was called the Pen Cult, because I had this pen. You know, I'm a writer, I have my pen and stuff like that. So that became a thing. And then I started getting a lot of attention. I got clipped. A lot of the clips went over on Bilibili. It kind of became like a whole thing. And then I suddenly started getting a lot of viewers. A lot of viewers from the Kindred came over and watched me for a solid amount of time. And then I started getting this very Nijisanji-esque fan base. This started, and I would say the majority of my viewers that are still here right now are still from that kind of initial boom. Now it slowed it slowed down a little bit, but here's what happened. Here's the interesting thing: is I started getting this very Nijisanji-esque fan base. You know, the people with the largely female audience. They started drawing me. They started making projects and fan signs, and I didn't have much merch, so they made their own merch and distributed it and made like fan edits of me, and it was very overwhelming. And I remember right around that time I got so many new viewers, and I remember I felt so appreciative of the like sudden increase in interest in me that I felt like, okay, now I need to stream every day. I need to stream every single day. I need to reply to every fan art. I need to reply to everyone who sends a message to me. I need to give them everything. Much in the same way I think you mentioned, this is why I remember it. You felt bad ever saying no. And I felt bad ever not replying to even a single fan art or not showing my appreciation to even a single person. It became like a compulsion. And at first I had all the energy, you know, I was so ready to go. I was like, I love this. This is amazing. I remember I checked my phone. There was a new fan art every hour or something. It was amazing. I remember I was like constantly on my phone replying to everything. And then at some point, I ran dry on energy. And the problem with doing that is that now I'd made everyone kind of like used to the idea of me constantly being there. And the moment I stopped kind of like doing that, I felt this immense guilt on me, even though my fans probably didn't mind. I felt this immense guilt. And it was almost like I felt like, okay, I need to not constantly give everyone constant attention from me, because in a way I'm ruining the magic, you know? Like if you go to Disneyland and Mickey Mouse is following you around and constantly talking to you and commenting on everything.
It's like, all right, I mean, Mickey Mouse, you know, you're pretty cool, but like, I need to finish my sandwich. Can you just give me some space, please? Jesus.
Indeed, that is 100% it. Yeah, it's like you're gonna start getting sick of Mickey Mouse at that point, right? And exactly. I think at one point it was like I was interacting with my fans so much that I looked back and I felt like maybe I'm taking away the magic from them. Maybe by making myself this available, I am ruining something. So I started moving in the opposite direction. I started being a little bit more withdrawn. I started being a little bit more, started acting a little bit more cat-like. I don't like to admit that. I'm a dog after all. But like I wanted to give more space. I wanted to make interactions from me feel more special. But by moving back, it was too big of a shift too fast. And I think that was also a mistake. So it's like, it's this fine line. And for someone like me, I always act in extremes. I either stream every day or I don't stream at all, basically.
I think that's kind of been how it's been for me as well. But what I've come to realize is that streaming every day, I think that makes sense, because streaming every day tends to have the effect where it will burn you out very, very fast, and then you will need to take a break. So you'll be like off and on and off and on and off and on, instead of like consistently doing, sort of 3 to 4 days a week, or 4 or 5. It just kind of makes sense, even if you don't choose to take a break, eventually a lot of the time you'll get sick. There was a time last year, or not, like sort of earlier this year actually, where I just sort of every time I came back to streaming, I would get sick very fast, because every time I came back, I was like, okay, I've had a break because I was sick. I need to get back into the game. I need to stream more. And then by streaming more, I would like tire myself out, and then I get sick again.
Yeah. I remember one time you came back and you, I don't remember if it was right after you came back, but you were like, okay, guys, we're going to have multiple streams a day. And I just remember thinking, oh my God, do you have the energy for that?
Yeah, it's crazy, because I definitely did in like my first 6 months. Like I didn't struggle to stream every day at all. It was like, yes, let's get up this fucking stream. But I think I also look back at that time, and it was sort of like, everything felt very ideal, and I hadn't really been exposed to the way that this job can make you feel sometimes. And I was sort of like, if it's only been a year, but it's still, or almost 2 now, but it's sort of, I feel very young. I feel like my attitude then was very young and very naive. And I kind of wish I had taken it a little bit slower. But then again, I also remember how excited I was, and I know like there's no way reasonably that I ever would have taken it slow.
Yeah, it's your anniversary in 10 days.
I was having too much fun. Anniversary, yeah, in not too much time at all.
Yeah, it's so you debuted on the 20th.
Yeah, so you know what it feels like, but I think that I had a point and I've forgotten what it was. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
No, it's not your fault at all. Not your fault at all. That is just me. That is me. I do that all the time. Don't worry about it.
You were talking about streaming every day and maybe having a little bit of struggle.
Streaming every day. Yeah, I mean, it's... I actually don't know. I actually don't know at all what I was going to say. Please, it's not your fault. I forget what I'm going to say all the time. Like literally mid-sentence sometimes.
It's all good. You'll remember. But yeah, it's your anniversary in 2 days. Actually, I had this very interesting thing, a question I had written down on this topic. I wanted to ask you, do you feel like your success and having so many eyes on you so quickly, by the way, because you went from pre-debut to suddenly being one of the most popular VTubers in the entire world, in the span of what must have felt like a day to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you feel like that changed you in some way?
Oh, instantly. I mean, for me, at the time, I was like on the verge of like, you know, not being able to pay my rent, like, because I really struggle to hold down a normal job. Like I really, really do. When it comes to like, sort of, you know, working in service or working in retail, like I've had a few different jobs over the years. I've worked in service before. I've worked in a factory before. Like I've done all sorts of different things, but I've never been good at holding it down. And I know now that's because for the past few centuries I've had undiagnosed ADHD. And now that I know that, I'm like, okay, now this is all starting to make sense. But getting this job and seeing how successful it was, I think that the way it changed me was, oh, I need to get this right. I absolutely need to get this right. And I was hyper paranoid about messing it up. Like I was really, really like, I am in such an incredible position that anyone would kill to be in. I have to make this work. I need to do it right. And unfortunately what this led to is, like I said, you know, I was afraid, because also I think a big thing is the fact that I was so used only to YouTube in the Western space, and I was used to what Western YouTube personalities were like, and I was used to what Western fan bases were like, and then when joining Nijisanji, I didn't realize that my fan base would primarily be from Asia, from China and Japan, and Southeast Asia and so on. And that fan culture, I mean, really specifically VTuber fan culture, is wildly different from what I was expecting. And so I understood that, and I thought, well, I just have to listen. And I need to understand what they think, and I need to understand how they think, and I need to do this in a way that they are expecting. And what it led to is like I said, is that for the most part, you know, they were wonderful and they were amazing at sort of making sure that I, you know, had what I wanted, and they were, you know, supporting me and taking care of me and everything like that. But unfortunately, what it also led to is I didn't know how to say no, because I thought, oh, is this the norm? Is this something that I can, you know, use to make sure that I can kind of hang on to this, and I can use this to grow and stuff like that? And then I didn't realize that it would very quickly become something that I wasn't, you know, eventually it would become something that I, you know, didn't realize that I was kind of like more uncomfortable with than I thought. And I guess that's kind of the way that it's changed me, is that I've always wanted to kind of make people happy and to sort of be someone that people think about fondly. But it's a shame because I wasn't really ready to be looked at by that many people that fast. You know, and I
remember.
Happy.
Yes.
I'll quickly finish my thought, but you can go ahead in a sec. I'm very happy that it has happened. I don't want anyone to think that like this experience has overall been negative for me, because I'm incredibly grateful. But I can appreciate that like the attitude and the thoughts that I had when I first started were very, very like, you know, harmful for me in a way. And while I'm glad now that I've sort of figured all that out, I wish that I had figured it out sooner so that I could have gone about this. I mean, I wouldn't change anything, but I also kind of wish that I had sort of like thought about things in a way where, you know, I would have handled certain situations in a different way. So it's difficult, but you have to do what you can, and no one can see into the future, you know?
I really have to go to the bathroom. Can I be right back in a second?
That's okay. Yeah.
Be right.
Go piss, girl. All right, off he goes. All right. Now that he's left the room. Tell me something embarrassing about him. Something I can taunt him with when he gets back. Is he bad with spicy food? Does he not eat his vegetables? He loves spicy food. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, damn, that was fast. Unless he's not done. Unless he's not done. I thought he was coming back in. Body pillow? Oh, no, I know about the body pillow.
I have returned.
Damn, boy, you piss fast.
Hell yeah. I projectile piss.
Damn, boy, sounds like you were frying chicken in there.
You know what the most... He just gave me the most fucked up pissing experience I've ever had in my life. Because I could still hear what you were saying. Because it's just in there. I'm like trying to hurry, right? And then in my ear, I just like hear, does he not eat his vegetables?
does this naughty boy not eat his vegetables? That's fucked up.
Tell me his deepest, darkest secrets.
Tell me this dog's deepest, darkest secrets.
I've got Vox Akuma in my ear asking for gossip information about me while I'm pissing. It's like the most fucked up ASMR in the world.
Oh god, I wish I knew you could. I wish I could have heard. I wish I knew that you could hear me, because then I would have said something different. Like I would have just like waited before you started.
It could have gotten worse.
Like, I would have just said like, "Nice cock, bro."
Oh my god. Oh fuck me.
The perfect length and a nice 80-degree angle.
Oh my god. That would have killed me right on the spot.
That
would just be too weird. Reality would warp apart for me. I would just be stuck in another dimension for a moment.
Very good. Very good. This is what I aim to do. I aim to cause distress.
Excellent. I do love your distress. I wanted to ask you on the quickly switching back to seriousness. Do you have anything you wish you could have told, like, pre-debut you? Like, you're sitting there a few days before Christmas, you're about to debut as a member of Luxium. What would you tell yourself if you could go back?
The thing is, it's so difficult because, like, Luxium's success feels so, like, miraculous. Because we were just a bunch of guys, you know. just guys being dudes, and we were just having fun, and it just took off. Like, it started kind of big, and then it got really big, you know. And we were just being us. Like, we just had so much energy, and we were just collabing all the time, and we were just like we had so much chemistry, and we were just having fun doing whatever we wanted, and it was great. It was amazing.
And then,
so while I've learned so much in the years that have come since, I would be worried that if I told myself to do anything differently, that I would kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't want some of the negative experiences I've had recently to change how positive those first 6 months were, you know, because it was like such an incredible experience to be that big for a while. And that's the thing, is that we often suffer more in our minds than in reality. And even if, like, the trends have sort of, like, gone in a way where, you know, we're not as big as we used to be, even though we're still very much super loved and this community is still such an incredibly warm and loving place, what I need to accept is that, like, I'm still so comfortable, and that everything in my life is so much better than it was in the years leading up to Luxium. I mean, I really don't want for anything anymore. I'm incredibly financially comfortable, like I was not before at all. I was not at all financially comfortable before I joined. Like I said, I was on the verge of, like, needing to start asking family and friends, like, please, I didn't want to be that guy. And I almost was, but this happened, and now, you know, I'm very, very comfortable. And I have wonderful fans who, like I said, will support me no matter what I do. And that is wonderful as well. And so I think that kind of what I want to do is just really take this at face value, and because for a while I was sort of hung up on the past, as I think that a lot of people who get very, very famous very fast tend to do, is because it's no one really prepares you for it. There are no kind of handbooks on how to handle your specific situation. And it really makes me feel it sort of reminds me of like, obviously I can't claim to be on that level, but it's a similar sort of thing to like when Elvis got famous. He was like the first guy to just get that famous, like the first super internationally famous person apart from royalty ever. And nobody could teach him how to do that because nobody had done it before. And, you know, he fell into all of the pitfalls so that we now know what those are. But of course, VTubing and YouTubing as a whole, in the grand scheme of things, is young, and it's really difficult to know what to do. So I can forgive myself for that. And I think all I want to do now is just really accept that, like, I do have a wonderful opportunity and I can use this to really make some cool stuff. And the film, The Demon Hungers, was a part of that. I would never have had the resources available to make that film were I not in this position. And I'm incredibly grateful for being able to do that.
On the topic of The Demon Hungers, I do want to get some of my questions and notes about the movie.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, whatever you like.
We keep having these like really real moments, and I love it, and I love hearing about it. But I've written down some compliments for you. So first of all, I would like to say that the whole thing starts like a video game.
Yeah,
it gives me Sekiro vibes, because it's like a whole clan is dead and a deep voice is telling you to get up as you wander through a wasteland only to look upon the burnt remains of your castle. It's like
it is a little bit a little bit Dark Soulsy, isn't it?
Very beautiful imagery. It's, if not like oh yeah, and then I wrote down another note for myself, which was goosebumps at 36 minutes. Do you know? Do you remember 36 minutes? Do you remember what that is?
Yes, I think I do. Isn't that when the great nightmare scene begins, and we cut from
the memories,
sort of the still comic dub style to the animation.
I was amazed at some of the animation. The
animation's fantastic. The animation,
the music,
is really beautiful
the sound design is like crazy. Did you edit the sound, or did you get someone? It was like beautiful.
So the sound design was really good because my plan originally was to make a rough cut and to then send Trace, was my sound designer, and to send them like a finished version and have them sound design over top of it. But then I realized with my editing style, I like to edit with sound, you know, and like choosing how to time some of the cuts. I kind of need sound for that. And so what I asked them to do was like, can you give me all of the sound files? Can you sound design based on based on what you see in the artwork, and then I will edit that in. And they were like, yep, I can do that. It's different and it's unusual, but I can absolutely do that.
So the sound
sounds themselves were all, apart from a few of the more like surreal sounds, they did everything. And I just sort of like slotted it in at the right time.
So you almost kind of sound directed as well.
Yeah, you know, sort of like, and the big thing was I just sort of gave them some instructions, and I said, I understand that the visuals. A big thing was that even though the visual style is very sort of like manga, and and you've got some sort of like comedic stuff, like, you know, some little chibi drawings, and you've got some stuff like that. I said, like, in terms of the way that this sounds and the way that it plays, I want it, you know, I'm not going to make this like an anime. I was like, this is going to be like a low budget sort of indie Hollywood film. We're going to have sort of real sound design. We're going to have very real sounding Foley, and the music as well. It was like I want to have something that feels reminiscent of film soundtracks. Like the main inspirations for the soundtrack were the soundtrack for The Whale and The Revenant. Although the track from the Big Nightmare sequence was based on a song from God of War.
It was absolutely beautiful. It was like,
Thank you.
I was watching it again today, as I mentioned, and I got to that part again, and it was like, just, I don't know, it hit so hard. It's beautiful. The ending was. I also wrote down the deep voice narration towards the end, like really elevates it. I feel. I think you've got a very good
Thank you.
narrator voice, very very soothing.
Thank you so much.
And very deep. And the ending was extremely striking, and it made me want to hear more. It made me want you to continue the story. I'm hoping for a sequel. I don't know if you can speak to that yet.
Well, I've already said that I want to continue the story because there have been so many more things that have happened over the course of my life that I want to tell. And right now I am working on sort of telling a very specific story from much later in my life, but there are going to be all sorts of different things. So what I've been doing and what I'm doing later today is sort of telling little like smaller stories that happened in my past where it wouldn't really, where they're stories that are very interesting, but they wouldn't really merit like a huge project to try and tell them. But there are some that would merit a big project, and I'm working on some of those to try and make sure that I can tell the biggest story that I can tell. But it really is like there is a lot to draw from over the course of and I think that what a lot of people are expecting is something set at around the same time period, but some of the more interesting stories have happened not even too long ago. In the last sort of 40-50 years even, there are some stories that I want to tell. So there's all sorts going on, and I'm just really excited to tell more of it. And the more and as many resources as I can get to tell those stories, I will take advantage of and I will use as well as I can.
You know, there's one point in it where it goes like it's the part where it skips through time, and I think it's a beautiful sequence. But then one point it starts going like 2500s, 2600. It's like sci-fi Vox Akuma time.
Exactly. Well, I think
it was more symbolic, right?
Some people sort of they looked at that and they wondered, is that like they paused the last frame and it's like 2525 or something, and they were like, oh, is this a specific year? But for me, what I did was I just said I want it to kind of go beyond. Really, I set it to like a theoretical year in like the 3000s, but I just cut it off a little early. And I just kind of wanted to show like once it gets to current year, it starts speeding up and accelerates off, really with sort of leaving you with the idea that, yeah, it might have been that long, and I might have waited this long and carried this burden for this long, but it will not stop here. You know, it's not as though I now get to rest. It's like, no, this is going to be my life for not just the foreseeable future, but for the whole future. I mean, I don't know when it's going to end. There's really no way of knowing.
Curse of immortality and kind of like talking about death and the
exactly. I mean, the song from that section is called, and I can credit Unit Zero who did the song for that section. The song is called "This Burden Forever Yours." Yep, he came up with the name, and I looked at that and I was like, "Yep, that's it. that's what it's like."
It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. I mean, I want to say, I wrote down something, and this next part is going to sound a little arrogant, Vox, but bear with me, okay? I personally take great pride in my ability as a story writer. I feel I'm able to make good entertainment stories I write.
I think so too.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm very picky with what I consume from other people because I have very specific tastes, and being able to produce my own things has only made me more picky as time goes on. So whenever I have to sit down and watch anything anyone else has ever made, I don't even watch anime anymore. I'm too picky. I've been watching a little bit of Frieden lately. I don't know if you know that one, but that's quite a good one. But I'm so incredibly picky with what I watch. So I really hope you do not take it lightly when I say this next part, because you'll never ever have me say this about anything except like something notable. I believe that the story that you've produced, the story that you've told, I think it's superior to anything I'm capable of making right now.
What the fuck?
It's.
What the fuck? That's high praise. Oh my goodness.
I don't say that lightly, and I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh no, you produce 4-panel comics for Twitter." Yeah, but I produce other stuff too.
Don't let that shit get to you. You know, you do have that talent, but hearing that kind of thing from you, I would hate for you to run yourself down based on like what you've seen me produce, but you know, I can only take that as a compliment. And I know that I think the nice part is that if you say that, I'd like to believe that what that leads you to think is, oh, well, you know, you can kind of learn something and then think, oh, what else can I do based on sort of what I've learned from this, as I have from you, you know?
I don't actually think I need to put myself down in order to compliment yours at all. I think what I produce is very good. That sounds very arrogant to say. I know. I'm proud of the stuff.
Not at all. I mean, I'm very proud of what I've been able to produce too. You know, I think that if you produce art and you don't think it's good, like as you're making it, then I don't know. I can't help but wonder, like, you know, well, I mean, what are you making it for at that point?
I think what you made is beyond what I can make, and I want you to keep making things. That's what I want to say.
Thank you.
I hope you do.
Thank you. I will. I really want to keep making things too. I guess one of the hard parts is that, you know, inevitably there's a lot of time. I think one of the hardest parts really about releasing the Demon Hungers and seeing what people have thought of it is that, like, it's been so much positivity, and I think that a lot of people are waiting for that next thing. And now that it's out there and people kind of know what I can do, inevitably there's so much time needed to get that next thing going. And my biggest fear is, like, you know, in the time that it takes to wait for it to come out, I'm sort of like, okay, well, what do I fill that up with? How do I sort of, I mean, I guess you don't really need to maintain like a constant interest, and the people will come back to watch the next big thing.
Oh, they will.
I don't know. It's just a little scary to think like, oh, you know, a lot of what I'm doing now may make more sense within the context of something that I plan to do later. But, you know, you can't really just sort of spoil everything for everybody. So I guess it just takes a lot of like tenacity and, you know, just sort of sticking to your guns and kind of making things in a way that you believe in it. So I'm just going to keep up with it. I'm going to do everything I can. And the next thing that I am working on right now, I'm very confident in, and I'm very excited for, and I think people are going to be really blown away by it.
I remember on Discord, I was trying to like get you to give me a sneak peek, and you were like, no, you wait with the rest.
No. You wait your turn.
I'm glad you made me wait, because I wanted to see it when it was done as well.
Exactly,
it's beautiful.
Exactly.
And
I was giving the sneak peeks I was giving to like my audience, like very occasionally. It was all like very out of context, like screenshots of the artwork, but only ever from like the very beginning of the film, like the first 5 minutes, because I was like, even the fact that there was a family in it, I never showed anyone until the poster came out.
Such a fucked up story, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's such a fucked up story. I love it, though.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you love it, and I'm glad that people. I'm glad that you recognize that it's fucked up, because I think that when I released it, what I wanted, you know, what I was like expecting was for people to look at me and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And the fact that so many people watched it, and went, nah, I forgive him. You know, I think he's pretty. I don't care what he did. And I was like, what? I think in a way I had kind of expected, you know, to feel some weight off of my chest from having confessed to all of that stuff, but no one really gave a shit about that. And so I was like, oh, okay.
He's hard. Fuck it.
He's hard. I don't care what he did. I was like, huh?
It's just I like to imagine them all being like, oh my god, it was Vox. It was him who did it all along. And then your stream starts and you're like way bigger and you've got wings and muscles. Oh, I forgive him. It's okay. It's cool. He's
it's like, oh, I get it. It's like instead of that being what it was, which was a freak accident, they look at me, they look at it as like, oh, I'm so mad at him. Oh, well, you know, we can see eye to eye on some things, I imagine. I was like, okay. I mean, I'm grateful that I haven't lost everything. I mean, I can't imagine confessing to something more cancelable, but I don't know. It's nobody they just all forgave me collectively. So I was like, okay, I guess I get it.
It's the female fans. They're very forgiving.
It's those
I want to tell you something. So I was dealing with a lot of haters on Twitter. People calling my comics corny, you know, the Danganronpa profile pics and everything. You know, they're all gone now.
Really?
Every single one. I get zero hate on Twitter. I've gotten zero hate for the last 9 months. You know, you want to know why?
Why is that?
Started producing BL. They all fucking disappeared immediately. They're all on my side now. They're all protecting me. They're all protecting me. I've got like one tiny bit of hate. They all attacked. Like, it's crazy the amount of like changed attitude. So I was like producing stuff and I was like, okay, the stuff people want to see, you know, anime girls with big boobs, fine, whatever. Hinghoi go. You know, Hinghoi is one of our artists. He draw whatever, right? I was like just producing what I thought people liked. I don't particularly care about big anime booba or anything like that, unless it's Voxes. I'm joking. I'm joking. But then I was like, okay, I want to try something different now. I've been producing this for a long time, and people are always like, I think it was someone, I don't remember who it was. We just produced this thing where it was like this like chubby guy, and he had like a cute goth girlfriend. It was like a joke that this like guy, this other character thought that the chubby guy was harassing the girl, but it turns out they were just dating. You know, it was some stupid comic, you know. And then everyone was like, "Oh my god, you would never. This is just a self-insert fan fiction. You would never do the opposite. You would never." And then I was like, "I'll do the opposite. I don't care if you. All you had to do was ask." Then started producing BL, and then immediately all hate disappeared. Haven't heard a peep. That
is really interesting. That is really interesting. I mean, I guess sort of what it speaks to me is like there are so many perspectives on, you know, on the content that we produce, and I think that like one thing that I've recognized is that as is like very common knowledge, I used to produce content that was very sexual. And I did enjoy it. I very much did enjoy it, but I have to also acknowledge that I started doing it because of that kind of people pleaser attitude that I used to have. And
I remember
and essentially what I can really appreciate about it is the fact that what I can appreciate about it is the fact that, and I'm very much like, at least in part, very much to blame for the fact that a lot of VTubers, well, obviously, like, it's been a thing for a while, but at least in terms of male VTubers, like, appealing sexually to your fans is a really, really, really common thing. Like, especially for VTubers, because you can sort of, because people can separate themselves from the visual aspect of their character, and you can look as sexy or as unsexy as you choose. And it's definitely kind of a thing on Twitch as a whole. Like, there's been that trend recently of girls like being naked, but from like boobs up. So it's like technically allowed by TOS, and so and that's a lot of what I was doing with my ASMR, is that I was like just skirting the line of what was allowed by TOS. And I'm glad I don't do that anymore, because it always felt a little weird. Even if I made sure to specify like this is not for anyone under the age of 18. There are warnings, there are trigger warnings and stuff like that. I guess something that's kind of interesting about it that I always recognized is that I almost feel like there was a lot of kind of like, you know, cringe culture around sort of like the daddy image, you know, like that kind of thing. And it is kind of cringe. But also, a lot of the people who find it cringe just aren't attracted to men, you know. And obviously, you know, if you're not into guys, and you see someone acting the way like I used to act in my ASMR, like, yeah, that's going to be pretty like, what the fuck? But on the flip side, a lot of those same people who are attracted to women enjoy the same style of content from female VTubers. And so it's always kind of like an interesting perspective to become aware of, is the fact that, like, you know, there's definitely a little bit of hypocrisy involved with like the sexual side of things, where it's like, oh, this guy, oh, he's just appealing to his parasocial fans. Oh, that's gross. And then I'm going to go and enjoy this female VTuber who appeals to me in the exact same way, you know.
There's a double standard.
It's a bit of a double standard, but also I can't act as though the female VTubers do not also receive the same kind of criticism. And I would never try to act like I'm some sort of like, oh, woe is me, because I've been very lucky to have what I have. But it is kind of interesting to point out. For me, I just kind of don't really want to be a part of that anymore. I like sort of creating things based on what I want to do and what I want to see in the scene, rather than kind of like following, following trends can be fun, but I think only to a certain extent.
It made me very happy that you were able to sort of take a step back from something that you mentioned yourself you didn't really want to do anymore. I think that takes a lot of strength to be able to do to kind of because I imagine in your mind it was a little bit of a risky move as well. But I think to you it was also something you felt like you had to do, and also you were having trouble with strikes at the time. I imagine you mentioned.
Moving on from sexual content for me, that was not the scary part. I don't think. It was a little scary for a while, but by the time the strike came, I already knew that I wanted to stop doing that kind of thing. I'd already made up my mind. And a big thing about sort of the changes, if you are kind of going through sort of a similar experience, I would actually really recommend watching this stream I did recently called Plastic Cow. That for me was Plastic Cow. It was something that I made because I've been going through I went through a bit of a situation for a while where in response to like after the film came out, obviously because I wanted to kind of be more open about myself, I wanted to make sure people knew everything that was going on with me, as the Demon Hungers was all about telling the truth, and it was all about sharing, a lot more of what I'm really like.
Apologies. Yeah.
I made the mistake of having some streams where I kind of had some stupid ideas. Like I did a workout stream because I was kind of feeling a lot of anxiety. I was feeling a lot of anxiety around I'm making so much change. I kind of want my fans to feel like they haven't lost me. And so I did this workout stream almost to appeal to that sexual side of things again. And I even got some golden contact lenses so that I could look more like my old self in a way. But I pushed myself way too hard because I wanted them to be attracted to me, and I wanted that to bring back that sort of feeling that they used to have. And I pushed myself way too hard, and I wound up like throwing up. And the thing about it is that like I should have known that something like that was bound to happen, so that I could like, put warnings in place, and I could make sure that someone who is triggered by that kind of thing doesn't need to watch it. But I was full of this hubris, and I kind of wanted to believe that like, I didn't need to do that. And what happened was, because of that, and because I kind of wanted to stick to that, it caused a bit of a controversy and a bit of a rift with some fans. And the unfortunate thing is that a lot of people the vast majority were giving like really well thought out, meaningful, helpful, constructive criticism. But there was, and I kind of really do want to sort of remind people that there was a bigger group than people like to realize, a very vocal group who were being genuinely pretty awful. And I think were using pretty manipulative language to try genuinely to get me to stop doing what I was doing and go back to the content that I used to make. Most people were not doing this. And when I responded to the issue, because I got so scared, I kind of made the mistake of lumping everyone into the same group, because I sort of thought that everybody was acting that way because those very awful voices were so loud to me, and I got so freaked out by them. So that was kind of the big mistake that I made, and I'm glad that I've cleared it up. But Plastic Cow was a stream that I made that really was all about expressing how that situation made me feel artistically, And a lot of the interpretations of that story were all about the fans who liked me for sexual content, which isn't 100% true. It definitely applies to that. But that situation was definitely the main sort of inspiration for it, where it was like, I very much did feel for a while that even though I have fans who are amazing, who will support me no matter what I do, there is definitely, undeniably, a large subset of people who watch me for what I make. And if I don't make what they like anymore, they will leave. And that's fine. That is how this works. That's what creating entertainment is. You can't create something that is 100% appealing all the time. And if you make changes, it's fine to go and watch something else. But I think that there had been this idea created that, some people who said, I'll support you no matter what, stopped saying that as soon as I made something that they didn't like. So it was a fascinating situation. I think what I would say to you is like, I'm really proud of that stream and I'm really proud of what I was able to do with it. So if you struggle and if you're wondering like, what should I do with my content? I'd say like, you know, writing that story and telling it on stream, it gave me sort of like a real outlet, and just watching it based on that sort of an experience, you know, I'd recommend it, because a big thing about it is that if you make something that doesn't make you happy, you will inevitably burn out. You just will. And eventually your body will, you know, get sick. Like, you know, I'm not saying you're getting sick now because of that, but, you know, your immune system struggles when you're stressed, and your body struggles when you're stressed, and you need energy to work. So I guess, you know, if you're struggling, I think you could probably learn a lot from that stream. And I just want you to know that like you can do whatever you want in order to be successful, because people will come and find you based on what you make, and whatever it is you make, you will eventually find people who like you for what you can do, you know.
You know, I'm happy you told me, because I actually do want to go and watch this stream. It seems interesting. I put it on my watch list, and I'm going to watch it after today. Thank you, Vox.
No,
on that topic, would you like to hear a little bit what how I feel about VTubing right now?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I wrote down a little bit of notes on this topic, because I think it's something that that you can a little bit understand me in, maybe. Something about Santa Claus on here. I've got very
Merry Christmas. I'm a jolly individual. I love purposefully spreading holiday cheer over the internet.
Getting to have so I had my 3-year anniversary back in October. It's 3 years since I started VTubing, and VTubing to me occupies a weird place in my mind, because this is what it feels like to me. It's a beautiful stage. It is a stage with the eyes of thousands always looking on it. It is a place where stars shine. Like you. You, in my mind, are a star.
Oh.
And I think there's many stars on this stage. And I have somehow coerced myself into standing on that stage too. Even though traditionally, I've always been behind the stage. I've been a writer.
Yeah.
A lot of my stories, a lot of my claim to fame is writing webcomics, writing stories, and I've had millions of readers throughout my time online. And what are you doing?
I was just stretching. I'm sorry.
It sounded funny. It's like, do you have like your ASMR mic plugged in? Because it sounds hilarious.
No. I was just stretching. Don't worry.
It's like, I just imagine you with like leather pants on, like stretching your leather pants out. I could like hear the leather contorting. It's fucking amazing. I love it. Anyway, sorry. Gave me a good laugh. The whole weird thing about it is that I feel like I love having and engaging with a community on a daily basis. I mentioned to you earlier that this is like my favorite part of VTubing. Getting to spend time with other VTubers and developing bonds. Webcomics, webtoons. People don't really have time to hang out. Everyone's busy drawing and writing and making things all the time. They don't have time. And part of like VTubing, part of putting out content is interacting with other people. That's not true in webtoons. You end up kind of being in your little bubble. Whereas VTubing is social. So I love all of that. But I cannot help but feel that there's this darkness that lies below it. Like I should be spending this time making things for people rather than playing games and having fun.
Yeah.
I feel like my spot is behind the stage, and here's the unfortunate reality, Vox, is me becoming a VTuber has put my production of making comics, it's put it at an all-time low.
Yeah.
I told myself starting that I wouldn't let it, but inevitably it became like that. A lot of my readers wondering where I am, and it's me wanting to be on that shining stage when perhaps that isn't actually my place. I feel like my place naturally is behind the stage writing for people like you, or behind the stage like making comics, and behind the stage like doing all of these things. But it's like, I remember spending over a decade writing stories in the shadows that people would enjoy. I was in the shadows. Millions upon millions of people enjoying my stupid little comics. I remember the fame, and I remember that none of it ever really felt like my fame. It felt like my character's fame, the title's fame, never mine. And I wanted that fame selfishly. I wanted it. I wanted to stand upon that stage and shine like you did. But my characters did. Like Risa and Florence from Winter Moon, Bianca from Clinic of Horrors, Internet Explorer Chan, those were the stars, not me. And so I guess my question to you, and this is what I wanted to ask you about, is, do you think there is a level of selfishness in wanting to be the one on that stage when the audience prefers the characters be on the stage rather than you?
Not at all. I mean, it's your work, and it wouldn't exist if it weren't for you. I think in a situation like this, what you need to remember is that what you want out of this experience is valid. It's up to you. You can decide what you would like to do. You can decide what it is that you want out of this job. And there's nothing selfish about wanting more from your work. You know, if you want to go for a job where you are famous, you absolutely have the right to do that. And because it's your work. Your fans are wonderful, and they are such a huge part of the equation. And, you know, obviously, in a position like this, we would be nothing if it weren't for their support. But any good fan wants you to shine in a way that matters to you. So I like really genuinely all I think is that when it comes to this experience, you really can't limit yourself based on what you think. You really can't limit yourself based on what you think is your rightful place, nor on where you think you belong. If you want something, we're blessed enough to be able to just decide, okay, let me try and do that. I mean, for me, right, I've always, for the longest time, wanted to be a filmmaker. I've wanted to be involved in the creation of film, and The Demon Hungers was such an incredible experience because that's always been my dream.
Can I run to the bathroom real quick? I'll be very fast.
Go piss, piss, my boy.
I'm chugging water. Hold on, be right back.
I feel that. I'm a sparkling water fiend myself. I haven't been to any restaurants, as you know, for a long time. But back when I used to be able to go, I would get through like 4 bottles of sparkling water each time. You know, every time I would have a single bite of food, I'd be like, "Ooh, time for another swig of sparkling water." And suddenly my glass is empty, and I was like, "Oh, waiter, can I have more sparkling water, please?" And they're like, "Yes, absolutely." And then they refill it, and I drink it more. And then by the end of it, it's like, "Oh, 4 bottles of San Pellegrino are completely gone. Oh dear, I'm feeling very hydrated." That's the best thing about sparkling water, is that it's like a little treat, you know? It's just water, but it tastes like a treat. And so that's good. It's like my way of tricking myself into hydrating. How are you? How are you doing today? Hello, guys. Hee. Hoo, 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 hoo. What?
Did you just go on a monologue about sparkling water?
That I did.
But it tastes like TV static. What do you mean?
Sparkling water. It's like I love sparkling water, but I agree. Like, I agree, it tastes like TV static. I'm not delusional. I know that that's true.
What is
I
the
don't know.
appeal?
I kind of like TV static.
Like TV static. I kind of want it to taste like the background radiation of the universe. I like that.
Yeah. I kind of want it to taste like gamma radiation.
Oh my god, I love it. Anyway, I'm so sorry for interrupting you in the middle of.
It's all good. It's all good. It's completely fine. So, but yeah, all I was saying is like, for me, even though like right now, making a radical change to the kind of content that I produce and taking a lot of time away from streaming to make that film, I am following what I want out of life, and what I want out of life is to make art. I think that it can be a very different experience for everyone being a streamer, because there are lots of different sides to it. It is an art form. You are creating entertainment, and that requires, like, you know, it doesn't require it because people just fucking steal content these days. But to a certain extent, it requires some artistic input, but it also requires you to have a business mind. You need to understand the market that you are engaging in, and you need to understand what your target audience is, and so on and so forth. But I think that to a certain extent, I am not a very good business person, and when I do engage my business mind, I tend to really disregard like the artistic side of things. And so I think that now what I'm aware of is that what I want to do is focus purely on the fact that, like, yeah, the part I enjoy the most is creating the art of it. And I've never really had much of a good brain for content. And a lot of the time when I try to make quote unquote content, it usually comes from being heavily inspired by someone adjacent to me, like Mr., you know, God rest his soul, incredibly intelligent person who was so good at figuring out what to stream and when, so good at thumbnails, so good at marketing, so good at this and that, stuff that I have never been good at, that I learned how to do from him.
Mr.
And I think that in this day and age, I'm aware that someday, you know, I want to be a VTuber for a very, very long time. But someday I will want to move on, and I will want to make films. And I think that if in this moment I focus 100% on the business side of streaming without paying any attention to the artistic side, I will go into wanting to make films, and I will feel emotionally and creatively completely stunted. I won't know what I'm doing, and because I won't have been creating anything aside from content for years. And so I think that by focusing on just what I love, which is the artistic side, I'll be ready for all these different stages of life where I'll want to make art. And that's valuable. So for you wanting to focus on writing, and for you wanting to focus on being behind the scenes, you can do that. And focusing on that, regardless of how it works for you, if it's what you love, it will benefit you in all stages of life, and not just right now.
I hope so. But I am very happy that you are aiming for your true passion. I think I think that's what you're doing, right? You're aiming your true passion.
Yeah. I think that there's a perception about like success in the arts that it's like really, really difficult. But if you like, if anything, getting successful like this has proven to me like that it is, even though, yeah, it's very hard, but it's absolutely possible. If you really commit to it and you really work on it, it's just, it's very, very hard, but it's not impossible. And this has proven to me that it's not impossible. And so I just like, you know, I have to keep trying. And so many of my fans are so invested in my success, you know, as not just in this line of work, but in whatever comes next. And I feel like not only for myself, but also for them, I need to keep trying. And I'm sure that your fans as well want you not only to succeed, but also to be happy. And if you do work that makes you unhappy, that will show, and they will know. And by extension, it will probably make them kind of sad as well.
That's true. You know, I really just want two things. Friends and a community. That's really all I want, because I don't need money, and I don't need popularity, because the comics do better than any of my streams. I do struggle with the friendship part of it. I realized that it's alien to me. I don't know if that's something you can relate to, but it's very difficult keeping up with friends. For an example, you and I go from just sort of, oh, Vox is busy, I'll talk to him eventually, and then suddenly we haven't spoken for a year. You know what I mean? And then it's like, I'm not putting in an effort either, you know?
No. See, here's the thing. I get what that's like so much. I really understand how scary it can feel to want to be friends and want to have friends and want to have that connection, but also to wonder, like, am I doing enough? What I will tell you is that the best of friends get it. The saying is, good friends, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. If you need to go and work on something for a while and you sort of forget to keep up with somebody, it doesn't matter, because a good friend won't take that out on you. A good friend will understand, hey, you've been busy and it's all right, you know, and you've always understood, and you've been really patient with me when I haven't been able to get back to you for a while. Like, I'm terrible at responding to DMs from everybody. Like, you know, there are people who I desperately, for work-related reasons, need to reply to, and I still forget routinely. It's really bad. It's a big problem.
Discord's an awful platform for keeping up with DMs.
It is terrible. It is terrible. But, like, you understand. And what I would say is just, when it comes to the friendship side of things, don't bother yourself with feeling like friendships in real life should not feel like friendships in a visual novel. There is no affection meter that you're filling up. There is no time gate where if you don't interact, it's not like having a virtual pet where if you don't open your Tamagotchi once a day, you'll open it and find it dead. You know, that's not how it works.
I wish
there
it
are
was
friends
a
I
visual
have
novel.
who I have not spoken to for multiple years. Some of my friends from
oh, Jesus Christ,
some of my
that's
friends
a
that I've known
massive
over the
super
past
chat.
couple decades. Some of my friends I've known over the past couple decades. When I first started VTubing, I changed, like, you know, obviously moved on to like new social media accounts and stuff like that. And I kind of lost touch with them for a good like 8-9 months or something. Like, I didn't talk to those guys at all. And then eventually I thought, you know, I'll go see them again. And so I kind of like got back in touch. And it literally it wasn't like Jesus Christ, where the hell have you been? It was like, oh, we missed you. Hey, how have you been? And it was like nothing had changed. The best of friends are like that. And if you've had people who have like gotten mad at you for not talking to them for like more than a month or something like that, I mean, this is probably a person that is not really worth sustaining a friendship with to begin with, is what I would say, you know?
Yeah, there's that. I think... Dear Vox, I just got a $300 super chat. I'm going to share half of it with you. I'm going to send you a Steam gift card for it, all right?
What the hell? You don't need to do that. You
Of
don't
course
need
I
to do that,
do.
dude.
Of course I do. It's your anniversary soon. I need to give you a
no,
gift.
You don't. All right, well, if you want to, you can, but you don't need to.
Yay!
It's all right.
Thank you so much, Fun Maxton.
Would you mind giving me it's now it's my turn to go piss.
Go ahead, I'll read the super chat real quick then.
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
See you soon. Thank you so much, Fun Maxton, for the 300 Australian dollars. Hi, Vox and Maryho. How you been? Although I haven't read most of your comics, I'm mostly a lurker. Are you on both of your channels? A hi from a lurker.
Hi, Vox and Mary, how you been? Although I haven't read your comics much, I'm mostly a lurker. Are you on both of your channels? So hi from a lurker.
Thank you very much, Fun Maxton. Thank you. I'll share it with Vox. I'll share it. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Goodness me. Man, it's nice getting to talk to Vox. Oh, thank you, Saisei, for the 30. Thank you very much. I get that, actually. I have some friends I've known for close to 14 years, and we barely talk because adulting. But when we talk, it's like we just met yesterday. Exactly like how Vox put it. Indeed. Indeed. Those are good friendships. I won't be able to read all of them because I do want to. So keep that in mind if you're sending a super chat. I'll probably read them after Vox goes. He does have a stream later tonight, so we gotta be a little mindful of the time, but I think we should have time to talk a little bit longer. Thank you, Shannon, for the 18 months. Golden Doggo and IUP. What is he doing? Why is he looking at me like that? What's up? By the way, I know that there's a lot of kindred here. Thank you, everyone, for being so nice to me, honestly. I hope you all keep supporting Vox. He's the big star. We love him very much.
Love you, Mary.
Thank you. Man. Time has passed quite a bit. Goodness me. Thank you for the super chat.
I get that actually. I have some friends I've known for close to 14 years and we barely talk 'cause adulting, but when we talk, it's like we just met yesterday. Heart, exactly like how Vox put it.
Indeed. Vox is a lot slower at pissing than me, apparently. I got a lot of help from Vox and... Oh, there you are, Voxy. Hello. Did I just call you Voxy? Jesus Christ. You told me you'd never bark. You just went back on your word.
No. I'm not barking. That's called having that dog in it.
Of course. Man. I learned that expression from you. Having that dog in you.
Having that, he's got that dog in him. He's got that dog in him.
That dog. Man, I think my biggest problem with socials. By the way, when do you need to go?
Maybe in the next sort of 15 minutes or so. I need to get set up for my next stream, so I'd appreciate a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, it's all good. Doesn't really matter. We'll just do it when it feels organic. Don't worry.
Okay, no worries. So I think the biggest problem I have is sort of keeping up with the VTuber space, with the VTuber community. I had this theory for a while that because I felt like I kind of drifted away from it. I felt like I was friends with a lot of the space around the beginning of it, and then I just sort of drifted away. And I think it's because I was focusing on work, and then suddenly I had some theories. I think it's because I don't play Valorant with them on Discord. I think I didn't spend enough time actually being friends with people on Discord. Most of the time I just talk about work. I don't know. Is that something people do? Do you sit with people on Discord and play Valorant?
I'll say two things, right? A big thing is that, yes, just spending time is good, but also like a big thing that I think that you're living in Japan now, aren't you?
Indeed.
Yeah. A big thing about it is time zone diff, because I live in the UK, and the UK is awkwardly like straddled between US and Eastern time zones, to the point where it every sort of collab, or when people are just sort of chilling and having fun, it tends to be in like the wee hours of the morning, and it's difficult. You know, it's really difficult to find sort of like when time zones line up. If you're trying to have like a good sleep schedule, it's kind of impossible. But honestly, just if you've got like a Discord with like some friends that you like, just kind of, I don't know, just sort of sitting in the voice channel and just playing games with people. Yeah, you know, that's a good way. The thing is, I would just try to say not to worry about it too much. You know, don't worry about like, oh, am I doing enough to have friends? Just interact with people, and if you become friends, you become friends. If you don't, you don't. Your value as a person isn't determined by the friends you have. I can say you have plenty of friends. There are lots of people in this community who really like you, and I wouldn't stress about it too much, like, because you're very busy. I mean, I have the same thing too. A lot of the time I feel like I feel a little bit isolated. Then I realize that, yeah, I am just really, really fucking busy. And people get that. Good friends will always understand that. So I think that a lot of it is just try not to worry about it too much. I know that's difficult. Like, I get it. It's like not an easy thing to just be like, to just say, hey, just chill. All right. You know, but it's like going up to a person who's depressed and saying, oh, come on, cheer up. It's like, it doesn't make sense. But really seriously, I think that the less you worry about it and the more you understand that, here's the thing, you as a person are inherently, no matter who you are, no matter what you're like, no matter what you do, you are inherently of value and worth being friends with. So you shouldn't worry, oh, I need to go out of my way to get people to like me. Be yourself. Do the things that make you happy. And as long as you put yourself in social situations, you will make friends. Inevitably, you will make friends because you're a likable person. And inevitably, people will want to be friends with you. That's just how that works. You know, you will inevitably make friends.
Well, I don't want to end on this note, so we're going to move on in a second, but I do appreciate you saying that, Vox. And
of course. That was... And you deserve to have good friends. You know? Thank you. So just don't give up.
There was one thing you told me a long time ago. I don't even know if you remember this, but I'll tell you. Okay. It was on a stream one time. I showed up in your chat. I don't remember why you said this, but it's like a treasured memory to me. So it's going to be a little cringe. It's going to be a little cringe. But you told me that I'm someone you consider to be, and you used this word, a true friend. That's what you said.
Well, of course.
That meant a lot to me.
You've always taken like so much time to really listen to me, and you always try to reach out to me, and I appreciate that. And I feel bad sometimes because I'm so bad at replying to everybody that, you know, I kind of forget to sometimes. But, you know, I feel like you do genuinely care, and that can be a rare thing sometimes, and it's nice.
I really appreciate you. And another thing I wanted to say as well is that I feel like I'm going to break a VTuber etiquette rule now. So buckle up, hold on to your butts, everyone. Mary is going to say something weird. No, I just want to say that, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God, there's super chat. That's more money for Vox's Steam. Thank you, Fun Maxton. Goodness me. I'm going to turn off the alert box, but I do appreciate it and I will read it. I'm just going to focus a little bit because we're short on time. Thank you so much, Fun Maxton. So, sorry. I wanted to say, and this is kind of like this is kind of like breaking VTuber etiquette almost, to say, which is, I feel like you did a lot for me in terms of helping me get a community that I feel like appreciates me for who I am.
Don't worry about the etiquette. Like if you feel that way, like that's fine. And it's impossible to act like, you know, especially in such a social career, that your friendships don't help with business. And it's also quite sad because sometimes it can be difficult to make friends when you're worried about a person's intentions. Like, do they like me as a friend, or are they just using me? You know, it can be really difficult sometimes. But
I imagine it can.
Yeah, but obviously I never felt that way with you, and I'm glad. But I'm also glad that you can appreciate a little bit of that, but also don't feel. I wouldn't want you to feel like you owe it to me. You know, like Luxim had a really unique advantage. Like we were a novel concept, and I feel like, you know, anyone with a decent sum of talent like you have deserves like the level of success that we had. Absolutely.
Thank you, Vox. I do appreciate it.
Here is another
I wanna. Goodness, how do I turn it off? I appreciate it though. I appreciate it so much, Fun Maxton.
Also, please, people, stop chatting Aussie. I will over there and give you a good drubbing. Smiles.
Okay, thank you so much, Fun Maxton. I don't know how to turn it off.
I love TTS. It's so funny.
I love it. Thank you so much. I don't know why it's like Welsh voice. I don't know why. I don't know where to change it. Anyway, so I feel awful not mentioning that you helped me so much, and I really appreciate that, Vox. Thank you, because it kind of made me like VTubing, having the community I have now, and it would be wrong of me to ever pretend that isn't a huge thanks to you getting noticed by people. I appreciate that very much. box.
Of course.
Thank you.
No, you deserve it. Seriously.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you about a few last things before you gotta go. I have a list of quotes, and I thought we could go through them.
Okay.
That's maybe a little bit of a harsh jump between.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Me getting all teary-eyed. So the first quote is iconic. That's my girl. Now that was your debut line, right?
Mm-hmm. No. The debut line was, "Well, speak of the devil."
That's true. I don't know why I keep thinking that's my girl.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make. I would say "That's my girl" is the more iconic line at this point.
It's obviously not. What would your debut line be if you were debuting today, with all of your knowledge? What would it be?
Oh God. I think I would either go for something very, very kind of cryptic and sad, or I would go for something incredibly stupid. Like when I was coming up with because the eighth wave crisis, they didn't have debut lines for some reason, and we tried on a stream I did, we tried coming up with debut lines for them, and for Vanta came up with the one which was like, "The bringer of justice has arrived." Then the sound of him getting hit by a car or something like that, and like that's the line, probably something like that. You know what I would do? I would have like, because you see I have wings, right?
Yes.
The problem
hard's not to miss.
The problem is every time some of that power starts to drain and they shrink and disappear again, I kind of forget how to fly. And so I need to sort of relearn it, and I'm not very good at it. Like, I'm not very good at it at all, usually. It's kind of more like I'm very, very, very quickly swimming through the air, and I just kind of do a big Hulk jump, and then I can use the wings to like soar in one direction very fast, but I can't glide, and I certainly can't land gracefully. So I imagine what I would do is I would have like my debut line, if I debuted looking like this, my debut line would be, "Oh shit, I'm late," and then the sound of a sonic boom as I take off, and then a loud bang as I crash into the side of a cliff,
That's funny. You know what I think your debut line could also be, if we were to take it like super seriously?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you going like, "I killed the ball."
Oh, God.
No context. They'll have to wait for that.
Imagine a debut trailer where everyone has like the key visual appears with the debut line, and then it cuts to me and all the music cuts out, and it's just me like with blood on my hands saying, "What have I done?"
I had
Jesus.
With XLA, I had kind of a hand in developing their lore behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, you were involved. You were really heavily involved.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I felt like I could pretend to be a member for like a week or two. It was fun. I liked hanging out with all of them and chatting with them behind the scenes. I had a headcanon. I wished I could. I'm not sure if I'll get to ever produce this, but I had a pitch for them. It was I think I pitched, I think it was Hex on stream or something. The idea of a dark timeline version, where like each of them has a timeline where each of them causes the apocalypse because their powers go out of control. That was like a thing for me. And then Crisis came out, and I heard something. The thing I heard is, "Oh, this is the first EN wave that shares lore with the JP side." I was like, "The others didn't? What do you mean?" I think it's that specifically the JP hero wave, like they have like a really sort of specifically with that one wave, like they share. I'm sure that some others like have had some interactions with JP in that way, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, it was it's kind of interesting that the latest did the latest one share lore with JP as well? The one with the claw guy, Claude Mark. What was his name again?
Yeah, Claude.
Claude.
I'm not 100% sure. To be honest, but I love Claude. He's so silly.
Yeah?
He's so funny. I'd love to collab with him at some point.
He seems fun. Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, I don't know why I went there. It has not.
It's all right.
Another quote you have is, "I'm a fat boy." What's the context there?
The context of that is that I'm a fat boy is something that I say whenever I get takeout and I eat it all and I get really, really full, and I will just kind of sit back and look at the ceiling and go like, oh, I'm a fat boy, you know?
Okay.
And like, oh, I'm a fat boy. You know,
I've seen
something
fan
about
art of you.
it just,
I've seen some fan art.
Yeah, it's an emoji on my for members is the fat boy, which is just me. And Chica, who did the art for the members emotes, good fucking god, like such a class act. I was like, just a really fat drawing of me, and she was like, okay, let me figure this out, and then drew that, which is just a circular me with little tiny little arms and legs, and I was like, this is pure cinema. That is a work of art.
Hey Vox, I went on DeviantArt and I searched Vox Akuma fat, and this is what came up.
Don't do that.
This is what came up.
No. What the fuck? Stop! Ah! Don't show me inflation hell of a boss fan art, you son of a bitch.
Why did that come up? Why is that?
I'm gonna file a complaint with HR. This is not okay.
That's what comes up when you search Vox Akuma fat? Come on. What if I Google Vox the Hedgehog? You ever tried that game?
I guarantee you would just get pictures of Shadow the Hedgehog.
I got one. Oh, this one's good actually. Hold on, let me bring it up. Now you need to see this, Vox. You need to see this.
Oh no.
Here we go. Vox the Hedgehog. Oh yeah.
Vox the Hedgehog.
Not bad, actually. Not bad.
That is a pretty cool Sonic OC. I'm going to be so real with you. That is pretty swag.
That is actually pretty good. This is a well-made
whoever designed that Sonic OC. You got some imagination. Imagination.
This could have gone a lot worse, you know.
Yeah, could have gone far worse. Oh boy.
Sorry. I need to breathe. Anyway.
Take your time.
Jesus. So anyway, next line is, I took these from your virtual YouTuber wiki page, by the way. These are all your iconic quotes of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love all the members of Luxium equally, especially Ike.
I remember that was funny. I think I was playing Genshin at the time, which I haven't done in a long time.
It's funny. I love how I fucking love the Ike, like you and Ike, the thing you've got going on.
Listen, who could resist? You know what I'm saying? Who could resist?
I was watching Scott Pilgrim, the new animated series. Did you watch it yet?
I haven't seen the anime yet, but I love the movie. I love the Edgar Wright movie. I think it's so good.
Wallace gives Ike vibes in the animated show.
In the show. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but Wallace gives Ike vibes for some reason. Specifically Ike vibes that I imagine would be in like a BL fanfic between you and him. That's the specific vibe.
Now I'm interested.
You should go watch it. It's pretty good.
I think I should.
This is the next line is Vox, you have no interest in video games. You have an interest in men. Is that something you said, or is that something someone said about you?
It was I said that because I was playing The Sims, and I was trying to. I had the Vox sim, and I was trying to seduce the Ike sim. And at one point, like they were on a date, and
What?
and while they were trying to flirt with each other, suddenly my sim just left and went to go play video games. And I was like, stop, go back and play with him. Sometimes the Sims just doing their own thing can be very frustrating, and I was like, stop it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, it's fun. Why is there so many Ike ones? Hold on, this next one you're gonna love. I want to be Ike's Pokemon plushie. I want to be his
Pokemon plushie so very badly. I cannot remember the context for that, to say that, to be honest.
You were doing very good. You can't remember it.
The thing you got to remember about me, sometimes I just say shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so. Sometimes I just say shit. I don't know what it means. I don't know why I'm saying it. I just say it.
And another one is just, you rat bastard.
I say rat bastard all the time. It's one of my favorite words.
Mm. This one is curious, and it's on theme because it's Christmas soon. Punch me all you like. You can't unfuck the Christmas turkey. What?
Classic.
What do you mean classic? What does that mean? What does that mean, Vox?
What do you think it means?
I don't know. Okay, let me think. Let me theorize here. What? What was that?
Scared the shit out of me, Jesus.
Yeah, it was scary. I can't think of what that would mean. Please tell me. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I fucked the Christmas turkey and they're mad and they're hitting the shit out of me.
No, you didn't.
But no matter what they do, they won't be able to unfuck the Christmas turkey. I mean, how could you?
What the fuck? I'm not going to delve deeper into that. What does treacle mean?
Treacle?
Treacle? What does that mean?
Yeah, treacle's like a food stuff. But I like calling people that. I say like, hello, treacle.
Why?
I don't know. It's funny.
It's just funny to you.
Funny.
Interesting.
Ha.
According to your...
It's funny, you know.
According to your virtual YouTuber wiki page, you have gone as far as going on record to say you do not only strongly believe in Santa Claus, but you carry a deep and strong respect for the mythical man.
I love Santa Claus, and I love spreading holiday cheer. If there are any Scrooges, any bar humbugs in my chat, I will eradicate them, and I mean that with 100% certainty.
Did you hear about the theory that Santa Claus is a modern-day god of capitalism that has been empowered by collective worship worldwide into becoming an egregore?
Well, I think he's a very nice man who spreads presents and holiday cheer, personally.
Why did you claim to be Santa Claus's wife, Vox?
Because I want him.
What?
You heard me.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean by that?
What do you wish for Christmas, Vox? I'd like to hear your holiday wish.
What I want for Christmas, what I would like for Christmas is something cooking related.
Something cooking related. Do you like to cook?
Something that I love to cook. I haven't cooked for a while because since I transformed, I've been grappling with the guilt of murdering more people, and I've kind of been unmotivated to cook, and so I've been getting a little unhealthy. So I would like very much to be able to cook for myself, and I would like to, I would really like something that encourages me to get back in the kitchen, and something that encourages me to make something nice.
That sounds nice. You know what I wish for Christmas?
What do you wish?
Same thing I get every year. My grandma buys me a gift card to a suit store. That's it. That's all I get every year. And then I get it the same. I get the exact same gift a month later because that's my birthday.
Aww.
Yes. I'm going back to Denmark for Christmas actually.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna go celebrate it in the snow. It's gonna be nice. Is it snowing in England right now?
No, and usually it does not. Very, very much further north, like near Scotland, it will snow quite often, but usually no. Usually it just kind of doesn't.
Ever consider taking the Akuma family up north for like a Christmas thing?
Yeah, the family, the Akuma family, Akumama, Akupapa. We've been, we went to Scotland a little while ago, like a few years ago. But usually, it's all right.
I've been watching The Crown a lot. It's one of my favorite shows. My audience,
yeah.
You watch it?
I watched the first season like a long time ago. I don't really remember much about it.
You should watch the rest. It's crazy. It goes crazy. My audience always makes fun of me, says it's a middle-aged woman show, but I don't care.
I mean,
I'll watch it.
It is, but like, I was also watching Bridgerton earlier this year, and like, I don't know how much more middle-aged lady of a show you can get than that.
Oh, that's extreme. Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like all the fans. But yeah, in the Crown, they always go up to Scotland to stay in like their castle up there. It looks beautiful. The places they film and stuff. It's very beautiful. So I since you are a British man, you're an Englishman,
Of course.
and I wanted to ask, My accent has been one of those weird, mysterious things that some people theorize about sometimes. The funny thing is, some Americans think my accent is British, but it's not quite. I was wondering if you had an opinion on my accent.
I don't know who told you that's not British, but it is.
Oh yeah?
It absolutely is.
It's because I was taught it in school. But do you notice I pronounce some things like schedule instead of schedule? It's because I've got American vernacular mixed in.
That's funny. I mean, you know what's interesting is that I kind of do too on certain words. You know, what's fascinating about my language and my accent is that I don't know if you'll be able to believe this. Not many people can, but many people from the UK think that I sound American.
I kind of get it, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of get it.
Like, to a native British person, I actually sound a little bit bilingual.
It's because you spent too much time online?
I did. Absolutely. That's 100% of the reason. I learned so much of, like, you know, these accents from, you know, American people, and from watching, because so much of the entertainment I consume is American. And yeah, it just sort of makes sense, you know?
Do you think we're going to move more and more towards having like a global internet language, like an internet dialect for people who specifically work online?
I imagine so. Yeah, I think that makes quite a lot of sense.
The TikTok accent.
The TikTok, no, 100%. Yeah, no. I don't really know what that would sound like, but if people on TikTok started using a specific voice, I imagine that's definitely what it would. That's definitely what it would sound like.
Mm. Can I bust your balls for a moment?
Oh, hell yeah.
I really want to. You need to promise me not to take this negatively, because I really do not mind, by the way.
Oh, no, go for it.
There's a funny thing. It's been kind of a meme in our community for a while. It's like, when will Vox upload the comic?
Oh, shit. I'm so fucking forgetful. I am sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. But I forget these things. I forget these things so fast.
After a while, I stopped reminding you just because it was funny to me that you like forgot it for over a year. I stopped reminding you just to like be able to have the joke keep going. But then at some point, I remember the artist was like, "Is that ever going to go up?" So I just messaged you, and
I'm glad that it went up on your end, because you were the one who really you got all the work done. You got all the work together for it, and I'm glad that it's out there now. It's very funny.
Nice to.
I'm a really big fan of it. Definitely.
We should do another one. We should do a sequel someday.
That would be funny. Yeah.
But like, I want you to know I really didn't mind, but it was really funny for a while.
I appreciate it, but it is funny. It is funny.
It is funny. It was a running gag for a while. I saw on Twitter you had plans to start FF14, by the way. You committed the sin of downloading it on Steam. Did you ever download it the right place?
Not strict plans, but I am considering it, because I'm excited about the idea of being able to play an MMO with people rather than just being sat there and playing RuneScape by myself.
I loved the RuneScape post-nut streams. I hope you keep doing them, even if you're not doing ASMR.
Even if I'm not making people nut. Oh no, I will.
Yes.
I will be. I mean, I probably still am, but like I will. You know, like it's a curse. I'm just so sexy all the time. But I will definitely still play RuneScape. I have plans to play it. I have plans to play it later tonight, actually, with my members.
Yeah, members. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But if you do start playing FF14, promise me we can play together a little bit. It would be so much fun.
All right. Yeah, no, that'd be fun, of course.
I am really into it. I'm so much into it. Square Enix sponsored me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. But yeah, Vox, I think you got to go soon, right?
Now would be a good time to let me go so I can set up. But dude, this has been such a fun talk, and it's been really, really nice to catch up. And you know, I hope you feel better about all of this kind of stuff. And remember that, you know, you always have the chance to do your own thing and to work hard on what it is you want to work hard on. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you. You as well, Vox. I really want to see more stories from you. I hope we can see it.
I promise you, you will. There's more coming soon.
If you ever need any help, I would love to help out in any way. And oh yeah, you added me in the credits. You shocked me so much when you did that. I didn't even remember helping, by the way.
I did. It was a long, long time ago. But you got me connected with Jonah and with Amelie and with Sayu, and who were like the majority of the cast of the film. And I most likely wouldn't have had the balls to reach out to them myself. So I really owe that to you.
Oh, it was a pleasure. You certainly shocked me when I suddenly was watching and I was in the credits. I was like, why? Why would you? What? Oh yeah, by the way, you broke my record. I have to say this real quick. Did you know that? Did you know you broke my record?
Did I really?
For the longest lore video? I produced one for Melody that was 30 minutes long. You broke my record.
55 minutes, baby.
I don't even know if I can break that record anymore. I think you've got it now.
Now is the time to try. Now is the time to try.
Oh, God. It's just watching
I promise
paint
you,
dry.
if you beat that record, I'll come right back around. I'll beat it again.
Oh my God. That's a fun challenge. Again. Oh yeah, last one, right before you go. Did you know that we're in a competition, you and I, right now? You don't even notice. I bet you don't even notice. I need to show you this.
Are we?
We're in a race. You have 1.39 mil, right?
Yeah.
You're getting awfully close to beating my entire company. Fucking awfully close. If you can, here's the thing. If you can beat it before year's end, I'll give you a special little gift.
Ooh, all right, everybody watching this stream, if you're not subscribed to me right now, get subscribed, and
go subscribe to
if you are subscribed, make an alt account and subscribe anyway.
Oh,
and just,
shit.
You have the power.
Oh God,
if
he's pulling out the dirty moves,
you have
the demon man.
You have the power. You have the power to get me a special little treat from this man. So.
Oh goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming by, Vox. This was
of course.
This was a pleasure. I missed you, and
I missed you too, buddy.
My very last question for you: what is dogging? Do you know? What is it? I'm curious.
Dogging is when a load of people go out at night into a public open space and they all have sex with each other.
I'm fairly certain you're mistaken. I'm pretty sure it means being a dog. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Go subscribe to the Vox Akuma. The Vox Akuma. Thank you so much, Vox. Have a lovely time. Enjoy your stream today. Bye-bye.
I will. Thank you very much, dude. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.
See ya. Oh, goodness. The demon man. Let me just send him a quick message. Oh, goodness me. I'm gonna be right back, go refill my drink, and then we'll chat a little bit more. Stream's not over. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll put on some nice music, and then we'll keep chatting for a bit. Be right back. Woof. Goodness me. Okay, so Fun Maxton, here's another $200 from my NDIS. I do appreciate both of you, because I really like both of you, even though I'm a lurker. But also, please, people, stop chanting OCL over there and give you a good dropping. Thank you so much, Fun Maxton. Remy, thank you for the 5 memberships and another 5 memberships too. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the supporters. Thank you for all the gift subs over on Twitch and on YouTube. And thank you to all the Facebook gaming viewers for watching. I'm sorry for making you all neglected. I do apologize. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. All of you, very much. Okay, let me turn down the music a little bit. Oh, goodness me. Thank you very much. I forgot to show Vox my new villain outfit. I had everything. There was like multiple things I didn't get a chance to do. Here's my villain outfit. Thank you so much, my Trashfire. Thank you. Let me turn over to the corrupted throne room so you can get the full effect. Here we are. It's my villain form. Do you like it? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool, huh? Peacock Mary, they call it. Yes, it's pretty awesome. This is my AstraLine event outfit. We ended up making a VTuber agency ourselves and stuff. I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I was actually I was gonna mention it to Vox, but we ended up running out of time. But did you guys know I actually back before Lucius came out, I contemplated auditioning? I'm not saying I would have joined, but sometimes I wonder how my career would have been now if I'd auditioned back then. If I'd gotten picked. Who knows? Maybe there would have been a whole different... But I can't imagine Lucius without the 5-man crew that they are. I don't think that would even be realistic. I don't know. Nekosaka, thank you for the 18 months. Can't believe it's already 18 months since I knew you. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Nekosaka. Susuhyo, thank you for the 10 subs over on YouTube. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. But yes, I had originally considered kind of auditioning for Niti Sanji when they had auditions open, but I went ahead and chose not to because I had my company, and I don't think they would have actually accepted me because I was working with Bishoujo as well. Was I working with Bishoujo? I think I was. I don't remember. I was definitely working with some people that made it a little bit difficult. Jasanet, Paul Kiwi, thank you for the 10 Australian. Hi Mary, love your villain form. Hope you get better. Thank you so much. Ah, goodness. But I'm happy where I am, and Vox is a really good friend. Honestly, he's like... The thing is that, like, it doesn't usually happen that someone goes out of their way to say that they're my friend in such a manner. It really feels warm when they do. So I really appreciate Vox. I really appreciate him. I think you should all go and support the demon man, Vox Akuma. Niti seems so busy though. That's true. With my comics and stuff, I'm not sure I'd even have time to do it. Maybe it would be a bit difficult. Woof. Dark the Cat, thank you so much for the Tion sub at 8 months. Thank you. Thank you very much. May, what in the 9 hells did you get sick with? I've been suffering from bronchitis for about 2 weeks now. But I'm finally getting a bit better. I'm happy we didn't end up having to delay Vox's Vox and mine collab. I really appreciate Vox. There were a few things I wanted to tell him, but yes. I hope you guys don't feel like it became a bit too serious. I'd actually asked Vox if he would be okay with it. If he'd be okay with a few more serious topics, and he said he would. He said he would. He would be okay with it. I think he's moving in a more serious direction with all his stuff, and I actually quite like that he's doing that. I think it's good for him.
Hi Mary, love your villain form. I hope you get better.
Thank you, Jasonet. Thank you. Ah, goodness me. Hello from Denmark. Hi, Pinkray. You two always have such real talks. I love that. I like having real talks with people. You know, I really like that. I think it's a good thing to have. Very much. Sorry for no Final Fantasy 14 stream today. I wanted to focus on Vox today, but we'll do Final Fantasy 14 again. Yes. I've also got my new outfit soon. I'm getting a new outfit very soon. Also focusing on a lot of new comics and stuff. Should be fun. We have a lot of things coming in. We have a lot of things coming in very soon. Indeed. Yes. Woof. Oh, by the way, I got my. Did you guys see this? It was a sub goal. It was an old sub goal for a skip. Finally got it. It's me in a bunny outfit. Please enjoy. Midnight Skimmer, thank you for the 5 Canadian. Thank you for being such an inspiration. You have a way of making others feel safe enough to open up. It's beautiful to hear my lord's true voice. Thank you. You want to show the original version? Yes, this is actually an edited version. This is the original version where they thought my tail was they thought my tail was a ponytail, which it isn't. So I had it edited so it would be a proper tail instead. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? How are you? Goodness me. Is Alfhilde online, by the way? Ah, Seika, thank you so much for the 2 months up at 3 months. Hi, Mary. It was great to meet you at AFA. It's good to see you too, Seika. Woof. Thank you for the 3 months. Thank you. Want to go back to AFA. Next time I'm probably gonna wear a mask or a hazmat suit or something. I've been dreadful. Actually, there's quite a few things I wanted to tell Vox that I didn't get to say. Maybe next time. I plan on asking him more often. Indeed. Hello, Ezzy Desu. How are you? How are you, Ezzy? Vox is like... I think Vox is one of the VTubers that takes lore very seriously. Along with me. I quite like that. I quite like that a lot, actually. Oh my god, I had all of these things lined up that I wanted to watch with him. I didn't even get to. We had so much fun chatting. I wanted to show some of the old clips of us. We were hanging out. Let me pull them up real quick. let me bring it up. Hold on. Woof. We are. So this is some of them. So here we had the first one, which is the dogging clip.
Yes, my lord. Do you know what dogging is?
Do you know what dogging is?
Being a dog.
Means being a dog.
And right now I'm live dogging.
Right, okay, well. Very good, very good.
Audio is very low for some
Would you
reason.
like to
I don't
join
know
me
why.
dogging sometime, my lord? I am certain you would make for a great dog.
Woof. There's this one.
Visited Anime Expo in America, and I came across an artist who had drawn a Vox Akuma body pillow. I
Loved seeing you both together again. I love being Dogami and Kindred. You two are both amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Mochi Bunny. And then there's like this one.
I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so that my dear Kindred can watch.
Very good, everybody. I know
Ah,
how much
goodness.
you're looking for yours, so have a look.
Don't worry, Wax. I'll make it a good story.
Oh man, we have so many good clips.
Okay,
He meets
Vox descends from the
Voxan.
heaven. He
Who's
meets
Voxan, Vox? Who's Voxan?
I'm Foxanne. I'm a female version of Fox, thank you very much, and you should know that. There's a lot of cosplay of me, and it's really sexy.
You
This
know
is
what's
fun.
up with Ike? He seems so bottom that he turns around and becomes top. It's
I
weird.
couldn't.
I still stand by that. I think Ike is so bottom, he turns around and becomes top. But like the whole bottom thing is like dead meme at this point. But I like the analogy with Ike. He's a very specific vibe.
disagree more. I couldn't disagree more. Ike
really?
Ike is the least bottom person I know. He is so confident that he can be sort of all genky and cute and everything, but then the instant that you decide to challenge him, he's like, anyway.
Vox and Ike is the best ship. I love it so much. It's very good. I don't know why. You know what Vox and Ike feels like? Kind of like the classy ship. I don't know why. Feels like the classy ship. This is World's Best Dog Award, awarded to me by by Dog Army, and wanted to show this clip. This is me receiving it in my dog head, and this we put it on the table here. So I was like showing it off for the rest of the con. And oh my god, what is this? Jesus. They have this new the new media tab, so you can actually see the media tab. I like this picture. And here's the Vox Akuma webtoon, if you guys didn't know. Told the Kindred over on YouTube. I'm going to put a link in the chat, so you can go check it out if you like. It's like, it's pretty cool. And yeah. It's kind of what I wanted to show off. But yeah, I wanted to show off my, yes, Merryweather, Lucius Merryweather, the number one, the number one Vox clip channel. So fucking stupid that like 5 out of 4 of my top clips are Vox. No, it's 6 out of my top. It's 5 out of my top 6 are Vox. And the only way I got one that wasn't Vox is this. This is what it took to not be beaten out by Vox on my own channel. This is what it took. This is what it fucking took to not get beaten out by Vox on my own fucking channel. I had to get in a bunny suit and dance. It's absolutely horrendous. Goodness me. Oh man. Oh man, this is a classic one. I should bring out this suit again. I should bring out this video. Like, my Uly's model. This is my original 3D. I should bring that out again. Indeed. Man, but it is true though. It is true. Look. If you search Vox Akuma, you go into filters, you put view count. All of his top clips on my fucking channel. All of them. And then of course we have shorter clip, but like, of course, the classic ship, naturally. But like all of the top Vox. It's all on my channel. I think there's like one that isn't. It's fucking insane. It's so stupid. Oh, Alicia, thank you for the 5 Canadian. Hi, Mary. Always love it when you talk with Vox. It's my first time catching your stream live, and I'm glad I did, and it made me smile. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about today's collaboration and how it kind of came to be, actually. So, the whole thing is, I realized I hadn't spoken to Vox in like over a year. Almost a year, actually. I'd like talked to him a little bit on Discord, but I realized that I hadn't collabed with him or done anything or even had any projects with him for like over a year. And then I started feeling kind of sad, and I was like, am I not friends with Vox anymore? Because it's like, if you don't put in the energy, some people are just gonna drift away, you know? And I realized I'd like told myself, this is what I always tell myself. I told myself, oh, they're busy anyway. They'll appreciate that I'm not bothering them 24/7. And then I end up drifting away from them. That's happened to so many people. It's actually happened to quite a lot of people in the Twitch space, is that I just assume that they don't want to talk like all the time, and then I'm like busy with work. So I end up using it as it's kind of like my own excuse for not keeping up the friendship, and it ends up just, I don't know. It ends up just causing me to not like keep up contact with people who I actually genuinely want to keep up contact with. So at one point, someone had done something that kind of hurt me. I don't really want to go into it, but like it was definitely felt like kind of shit. Definitely felt like fucking garbage for a moment, for like a good little few days. Just felt like I'd kind of ruined something, or someone had ruined something for me. It's hard to explain. I just someone had kind of lied to me about something, or I felt kind of manipulated. I felt kind of manipulated by someone. So I started like being more inwards. And then I remembered that I hadn't spoken to Vox and a few other friends too in like a long time. I'd made no effort to talk to them. It's like, why didn't I? It's because I just assumed they didn't want to talk to me. And I was like, why? Why would I assume such a thing? Why do I always think I'm bothering people when I'm talking to them? So it's like, you know what? I need to go and fucking talk to Vox. I need to go and talk to him. I need to put in a little bit of effort. Lulu, thank you so much for the 10 memberships. Thank you, darling. And thank you for also becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Lulu, darling. Thank you. It's like, why am I doing that to myself? Why do I always sabotage things for myself? Why am I doing that? Why am I assuming Vox doesn't want to talk to me? Of course he wants to talk to me. He himself called me his friend. Of course he wants to talk to me. So I went and I was like, Vox, let's collab, let's do something, let's talk. And I fully expected him, this is the thing, I fully expected him to just fucking ignore me, because it's like I haven't made any effort to talk to him in like a year. I've just been hiding. So I was like, any normal person would be like, dude, I barely know you at that point, you know? But Vox was like, immediately just acting like, oh, hey, Mary, yeah, sure. That's it. Oh, yeah, sure, sounds fun. Just like instantly talking to me again, like I hadn't been gone for a year. I was like, what the fuck? What? That's like... I felt so fucking stupid. Thank you for the 20, Tokito. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please keep in mind... I do get a fixed salary from my company, so if you need money, you need it more than me. Don't gift all your allowance to me or all your salary to me. Please keep it for yourself. I do get a salary. Don't worry about. You do make me happy, but keep in mind I'm gonna spend it all on stupid VTuber assets. Just keep that in mind if you're gonna donate. But yes, I was like. That was like, it was weird. It was like a weird wake-up call. It was like, I don't know. That was like a weird wake-up call that like, why did I not talk to him? Why would I do that? I just thought I was bothering him. Sorry, I don't want to be overly dramatic here. I'm sorry. I just thought I was like annoying, and then I go talk to him, and and then Vox is just like, it's just like I talked to him yesterday. It's like a year didn't even pass. I think it's also just that I felt like every time I hung out with Vox, it was like very good for me, and I almost felt bad about that. I felt like I couldn't really give him back what he was giving me. And I don't know. And I think I should just fucking ignore all that. I think I should just hang out with people I like. I feel like I shouldn't worry about that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna talk to Vox. When I feel like talking to Vox, I'm gonna go fucking spam Vox with dog barking emotes. Even if he doesn't always respond, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna remember that he wants to talk to me. I'm gonna remember that. So I appreciate you, Demon Man. I love you, Demon Man. And I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy for Vox. I'm happy he made an epic fucking movie. I'm really happy for him. I think he's awesome, frankly. I think he's fucking amazing. I think you should all go support. You should all go support Vox. I think you should do that. I think that would be the best thing. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Jasanet. Barry, don't cry. We're here for you. Thank you. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Just I feel emotional sometimes. I always get a bit too emotional and stuff. But yeah, I also want to say thank you to all the kindred who support me always, and I am not so naive as to believe that the kindred aren't a big part of like why I even have like a fan base to begin with. I I appreciate you. I think you're awesome. I think it's awesome that you're so supportive of Vox, and I also think Vox always means well, and I think he's done for everything. Like, he's done amazingly. I really need you guys to understand. Like, I think it's hard for normal people to really get. I know that sounds so fucking arrogant. That sounds so stupid. But like, if you haven't had like thousands of people scrutinizing every word you say, if you haven't ever had that, it's hard to understand. But like, for Vox to go from not having that to having that fucking overnight, it takes some mental power to not completely crash and burn. And the fact that he didn't, the fact that he held on and like did that is insane. It is insane. That not just him, but all of Luxium. All of Luxium. The fact that they were able to handle that, like mentally, that amount of pressure, going from not having thousands upon thousands of viewers to like having that over fucking night. I know how that feels, and I had it slow. Like, I got popularity on my comics and on my YouTube and stuff. I got that over years of like slow grind. They got it overnight, and it was already mentally hard for me. So I think have patience and understanding, but also recognize that Vox has done amazing, and all of the Luxium boys have done like extraordinarily well. To all of them, I think they're all amazing. I think they're pioneers, and I think they're a big part of why the Western community has male VTubers that are taken seriously. Now, all the JP senpais, all the Chinese senpais, they all did amazingly as well. They paved the way truly. They were the OGs, but one must not forget, Luxium carried things so fucking far. And I've been to cosplay events in Japan, and I've seen even Japanese cosplayers like have huge gatherings where they cosplay Luxium and stuff. Their impact cannot be understated. And yeah, it's fucking awesome. Luxium's fucking awesome, and I'll always be a fan. I'll always have my my over 100 listens loops on Jazz and the Clock and Hope in the Dark on Spotify. I'm a big Luxium fan myself. They're hard to keep up with, but I consider myself a big fan of them, and for all of them, they're amazing. And I'm happy to be friends with Vox. I think he really is a genuine guy. He's just a big clumsy bear. That's what he is. He's just a big clumsy demon man bear. Vox Akuma. He's a very lovable man. Yeah. And he's helped me immensely. I appreciate Vox forever. Even if he's a bit silly sometimes. I like that though. But yeah, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Guess I can talk a little bit about where I kind of want to go. So for the longest time, I kind of struggled with VTubing. I still struggle with it a bit. The social stuff, I feel like I kind of didn't know how to make friends in the formative time, and I kind of got left on the outside a little bit on some of the friend groups. I kind of, it's a little awkward when I show up, you know? Like, they try to invite me, Iron Mouse tries to invite me into the Discord groups and stuff, but I'm just bad at keeping up with people. I'm just bad at talking to people. So when I finally do show up, it's like they try to respect me, but it's like I've had no conversations with most of them. So it's like, oh hey, yeah, it's me, Mary. Remember me? It's like we haven't spoken for 6 months. I've made no attempt to talk to you beyond just saying like happy holidays sometimes. Remember me? And then it's like, because of my name, they kind of, it feels a little bit like they have to show some respect to me, because I was like with the OG crew. I was one of the OGs here on Twitch, but at the same time, it's like I've made no effort to talk to a lot of these people, and I really should have. I really should have made a more of an effort to vibe a bit and play some games and maybe be a little bit more active part of the community. I just I don't know. I just assumed that. I don't know. I just assume. I guess I get tired out so fast. Talking to people behind the scenes, I get so tired so fast. So I just end up hiding. I think that's the problem. It's not that I'm bad at socializing. It's just that when finally people start socializing with me, I just start hiding away from it, and I hide behind pleasantries. So if you look through, if ever my DMs get leaked, right, it's just a lot of like, oh hey, Merry Christmas. Oh hey, good job. Hey, I hope you're doing well. It's just a lot of pleasantries. It's not really anything like substantial. And for that reason, I just kind of got a little bit, you know, I fell out a little bit of the friend groups and stuff. Like, I love Shoujo and stuff, but after the lore videos, after we sort of wound down lore videos, I had nothing to talk to them about. So it was just a lot of pleasantries. So we just stopped talking, a lot of us. Which is kind of why I was so happy when Melody raided me the other time, because it was like kind of proof that Melody still remembers me. Because we haven't talked in so long after we stopped working together, and I think that's the problem with me, is that I only really hold up friendships when it's through work, and when there's no work, I just sort of fade away. I make no effort. I should change that. I should make more of an effort. Which is why, like, when I go back to Denmark now, I'm gonna stay there for about a month. I'm just gonna, you know, my mom is gonna make food, and I'm not really gonna have to do anything. I'm gonna have no chores or anything. So I'm just gonna be, I don't have to clean my whole apartment all the time. I don't have to go out to meetings in Tokyo. I'm gonna be in Denmark, isolated from society. So I'm gonna have some time to kind of wind back into streaming and wind back into writing a lot of comics and stuff. And then we're gonna start doing some events. We're gonna do some Among Us, some crap game, do some community events, some Lethal Company. I'm gonna make more of an effort to show up on other people's streams. I'm gonna do. I'll still be in Denmark for birthday. Still gonna be in Denmark for my birthday. I want to make more of an effort to make like fun events and invite friends and stuff. I wanna do that more. I wanna put in an effort. And yeah. It was funny because I felt like Vox just instantly coming on stream the moment I ask, even like that to me was kind of like a weird wake up call for me. That like, it's not that people don't want to talk to me, it's that I just assume they don't, you know, because I'm an idiot. It's not at all that people don't want to talk to me, it's just that I make no effort. I just hide. So I wanna do more. I wanna make more events. I wanna invite people more to fun stuff. And yeah, yes, Hui, I am. Make it your New Year promise. Yes, I will. I certainly will. Yeah. So yeah, I just you know what? One person I've been talking to a lot about this sort of stuff is like Flayon. Flayon's very sweet. He always like checks in on me and asks me if I'm feeling okay. He knows I've been a little sad about the social stuff. He's been a big part in like reassuring me and telling me that like he he does consider me a real friend and wants to talk to me and stuff. So I wanna, yeah, I wanna make more of an effort to just talk to people. And I want to make more of an effort to make my fucking comics again as well. I want to do that too. I want to, like, I'm a world famous webcomic writer. I'm not writing webcomics. It's fucked up. I should do that. I mean, I've been doing Winter Moon and stuff. It's just, I've focused so much on VTubing, I forget. You know? I forget. I should do that. I should bring back, like, Clinic of Horrors and Everywhere and Nowhere, and I should just go fucking all in, you know? I should pitch to Netflix. Should get an anime. Fuck it. Why not? I can do that. You know, the fucked up thing is, I can just pitch to Netflix, you know? I know people that can just get me a meeting over at Netflix if I feel like it, and I don't. Why do I do that to myself? Why am I just sitting on Twitch playing fucking Final Fantasy XIV online? I can pitch a Netflix show anytime I goddamn want, and for some reason I'm not using that opportunity. My fucking comics merch is being sold in Hot Topic in America. What's wrong with me? Why am I acting like I'm a nobody all the time? It's because I'm a little idiot. It's because I'm a moron. I just get like, I'm sitting here on Twitch and I'm like, oh, I'm a small indie VTuber. No, you're not, you fucking moron. You're a fucking world famous webtoon writer. What are you talking about? You've got over 1 million readers. It's like, and they're waiting for you too. They're like fucking spamming me asking when the comic's back. The amount of fucking questions I've got. I'm busy VTubing, guys, I'm sorry. I have to play Final Fantasy XIV for 14 hours. It's like, you know, I don't know. I just, I have this bad habit of thinking I'm a nobody. And then I get like a chip on my shoulder over being a nobody and feeling like I'm not good enough. And then I stop talking to people because I feel like they're better than me. And then it's like, I don't know, then I like have a weird wake up call suddenly. I don't know. You're so stupid. Shut up, Iris. I know I'm stupid. Man. So weird. It's so weird. But like, Dog Army, Kindred, I'll do better. I'll do better, I promise. Promise I'll do better. I'll get my shit together. Yes. I'll get my shit together. I'll be alright. Yeah. So, new outfit debut soon. Simple outfit. If you've been lurking Mama Yunii's streams, you'll already know what it is. I've got a new voice pack coming soon. That's gonna be a thing. And I've got my VTube agency AstraLine. We're gonna do some fun stuff together. I'm gonna be home in Denmark for Christmas. I'll be sure to share lots of pictures of Grandma Weather's food. And yeah, I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna do great things together. Hey, Ray. Me and Ray Refrainbow live in chat. I know you fucking hate. I know you hate when I point you out. Hey, everyone, pay attention to Ray now. Everyone, pay attention. Everyone, look at Ray. Everyone, look at Ray. Make them anxious. Don't do that. Oh, Mika, you hear Mika? Is Mika here? Mika! Hello, dear friend. What's up? How are you, dear Mika? Miss you. We should do more stuff too. I need to talk to you more too as well. That's what I should do. Mika's a true friend. Mika's a real one. I love Mika. Everyone go sub to Mika. She's amazing. But yeah, me and Ray are gonna do a comic probably soon. We've been talking about it for a while. Isn't that right, Ray? It's funny during AFA in Singapore. I kept running into Ray. In fact, we keep running into each other at random conventions all over the world. I think we've seen each other in America, in Europe, in Asia. Just keep running into each other, and I'm always like walking up. And I remember, this is so adorable. The little dude, Ray. We had a very funny moment. Oh, Mona, thank you for joining the dog army. Thank you so much. Welcome to the dog army, Mona. We had a funny moment where I was like talking to Ray, and I was just like having, and then I was just chatting, and then I had like a moment where I was just like silent and smiling, and then Ray said like, I don't know how to make conversation. I was like, oh, you poor little thing, you poor little man, you poor little dude. You poor little dude. Don't worry, I'll come up with a topic. Don't you worry. It'll be all right. Don't worry, I'll handle you. I know what you feel. I know what it feels like, Ray. Don't worry about it. I've been there. It just felt so real. I love how honest Ray was about it. I love how honest they were about it. It was so fucking funny to me. You get a pass because you're cute. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I always love being at Asian conventions, even American conventions, because I always end up towering over everyone. I always end up looking super tall. It's funny because I'm short in Scandinavia. I always end up feeling like I'm super tall. Then I go to Scandinavia, then my friends just like fucking tower over me and I feel like a little manlet. It's because I'm tall for Asia. I'm tall for America. I am not tall with those like big buff Danish boys. I am not. I look like a little wimp next to them. Oh, Plague Doctor DK, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh man. Hold on. I want to see if I can get a picture. If there's like a picture I can show to show what I mean here. If I can find it. If it's spottable. I don't have it right now, but there's the picture of me meeting Asuka Langley's voice actress at the TV Tokyo place. You know what? I can go quickly find it. Oh yeah, she's in case I want to brag a little bit, she's playing one of my characters. It's like super exciting. It's awesome. So this is me at the event in TV Tokyo, and if you look, like I'm like towering over everyone. It's so funny. I just look like a big dumb lanky dog. That's it. That's what I am. So stupid. Man. So stupid. Cat boy, don't you dare call me a pat. Don't you dare. Hold on. I'm gonna call someone immediately. I have no idea if they're even allowed to pick up. Come on, pick up. Do it for me. Come on, don't you want to? They probably. I don't know if they're allowed to. Oh. Mika. Hello, how are you, dear friend?
Hello, Barry!
I'm happy you showed up in chat. How are you feeling, dear friend?
I got like 3 answers. Oh my... Wait, are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Are you allowed to pick up?
Oh, what are they gonna do? I will always pick up your calls, Mary. What are you on about? Oh.
That's true. What are they gonna do? How are you feeling?
Oh
you alright? You having a good winter?
I'm finding a meme. Like, I'm trying to find a meme to post on Twitter, and I can't find one that is like the right shade of funny, you know?
You know what you gotta do? You just gotta... You know that picture of the horse and it just says man?
Yeah, but I've posted so much of those. I even posted a picture of a man saying horse.
All you gotta do is, right, this is what you gotta do. You just gotta take a photo of you, Photoshop the face onto the horse, and then it just, instead of man, it says Mika.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh my god, so true.
It's a good meme.
Oh, you are
I
hired to be part of my creative team right now.
I'm gonna be a
Get
social
on,
media
dude.
manager for the remainder
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid. You know,
Are you
Ollie,
ever?
Ollie was like asking on Twitter. She wrote like, I don't know what to tweet, and then I just said like, hey, Ollie, just tweet hey. That's it. And they tweeted hey, and guess what? Tweet did fucking awfully. It was terrible engagement.
Oh. Oh.
So don't
it's
follow
okay.
my advice always.
You know, I will say though, Twitter makes no absolute sense. Like, I posted something that I thought would be a banger and it'd be so goddamn funny. I was like cackling on my own jokes and everything.
Yeah.
It did garbage, right? One time, I tweeted when I was delirious and I was trying to poop, but it couldn't come out. So I was just like venting on Twitter, being like, guys, I can't take this anymore.
That's peak
It blew up.
Camilla ticket Twitter, yes.
I know. Why? I don't get it.
I don't know. Twitter's weird.
So
Plus, the algorithm might not even function right anymore, you know? Like, with all the stuff they just keep willy-nilly changing. Like, the website's broken half the fucking time. Like, we don't even know if like, a tweet not going viral, we don't even know if that's our fault anymore. So I've just decided that, you know what, fuck it, I just tweet when I feel like it.
Oh, God.
It's
I
not
wanna
worth
show you
taking
this.
seriously.
Have you
Yeah, show
seen
me.
the Twitter desktop media update?
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay, you want to
You got a funny thing?
I checked it yesterday to see what mine looked
Fuck
like.
off. Fuck off. This is
You
fucking
can show it on
insane. Look at
TV.
that
What's
shit.
so stupid? What is this?
This is peak Mika Twitter. Mika core. This is Mika core.
The pictures I post, none of it makes sense.
Oh, fuck me. Look at that. But what the fuck are those two pictures at the bottom? It's the, oh, what's the name again?
The Josh Hutcherson meme.
Yeah, that's the one. I
Yeah.
still don't get that, man. And why is there, like, just a barren wasteland at the bottom?
I was getting mad because Indonesian weather sucks, and I was crying
Just
about
decided
it.
to,
'cause-
like, take a picture out your window. Is that it?
Dude, I'm telling you, okay, Asia weather. I love Asia. I'm Asian. I live in Asia.
It's very
Oh
dry.
my God, the weather, girl. Southeast Asian weather.
Oh god. Oh
hurts.
yeah, I was in Singapore. It was fucked up going from like winter to like warmth. It was weird.
Right? And it's not just that. It's like it's either it's really hot and dry or wet and like hot and wet.
Yeah.
Like wet hot or dry hot. And then the wet hot is not even like, oh, a light drizzle that's calming. It's like thunder that stops your electricity and flooding.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
I also heard that they just like have what was it, like Code's apartment block like just shuts off the power once a month and he just has no power and no air conditioner or anything. What?
Yeah, that's kind of common sometimes. It is
That's so
up.
messed up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the weather's so bad, dude. I'm telling you. Like, the weather's nice, but like, if it's raining, you think it's gonna be colder. No, it's just as hot. It's just like now sauna. Like, it's either you're in a sauna or you're like baked in an oven. There's no in between.
Such a shame because I love Singapore. You ever been? Ever been to Singapore?
Yes. Oh my God, I'll say though, I love Singapore. Oh my God, it's so expensive.
It is very expensive, but it's like it's okay for Denmark. It's one of the beautiful things about being from Denmark is that everything's cheaper everywhere in the world. I can go to Dubai and it's cheaper than fucking Denmark for some fucking reason. I think the only place more expensive is like Norway, and that's because they took our oil.
Oh my God. You know what,
Goddamn
Mary? I
Norwegians.
think since we're such good friends and, you know, you're a successful businessman dog and I'm
a fucking
Need
weirdo,
money.
Mika. I don't know if you realize.
I mean, so true. You know, everything is so affordable. Anything for my bestie Mary, surely we can go to Singapore and then it just like pay for everything.
You want to borrow the company card? I bought some weird stuff on the company card, you know. One time I bought Genshin Gacha on the company card.
Can you do that? I mean, technically.
Yep, because I'm streaming it.
Dude, you know, I didn't know that like company cards were actually a thing. Like, I didn't know what it is because I don't even have a credit card. I have like a child's bank account.
What?
Oh, I haven't told you this.
You don't have a credit card?
No, I've never had a credit card ever. Because I'm too scared. Because like, so many people say like, oh my god, guys, if you have credit card, you have to borrow money and then you go into debt and then you die.
I mean, you can just get like a debit card that doesn't like let you take like more money than you got.
Oh yeah, I have a debit card, but I have a child's debit card. Not a credit though. So like a child's debit card is like literally you can only spend like $200 a week or something. Maximum.
What the fuck?
It's so
How
dumb.
do you live
It's
off
literally for
200
children.
buckaroos a week? What?
Because I have my money is sent to my roomie basically, and then all the bills is paid through that, and then I just kind of have my own card for like spending because I am a shopaholic. Okay, this is not even like so many people low key were like, oh my god, that's so bad. Like you're being controlled. It's not that. Like I choose to do this because I used to be so like shopaholic-y, and I became aware. And then I decided to limit myself because I can spend a lot of money. Chat, if you have too much money, I am your solution. I can help you with that problem. That should be a job.
Fucking Christ, Mika. I love that. I love how you just say stuff like that. It's great.
I'm about to get my period. I'm literally like losing my mind. It's so sad.
I love you for that.
You miss got me so good.
Just say whatever you want. Did you see some of my collab with Vox? Have you seen how big the fucking guy got?
Yes.
I mean, of course you've seen it. It's all over Twitter and YouTube. But like, Jesus, man, I thought I finally like matched his height, and then he just grew like way taller than me again.
You know, for like, I think when he released it, I remember seeing like a post he made, and I was like, yo, that's really cool fan art. And then he made so much more with the same with different expressions. I was like,
he kind of dropped it out of nowhere too, because he wasn't saying debut or anything. It was just like right after his movie, you know. It was kind of crazy. He just shows up with it.
I mean, I don't keep up with it. So maybe if you're like a constant, like you're part of like an avid part, then maybe he did. But I'm not sure because I don't. At that time, I was like a bit busy. I think I was on a break, so I didn't like notice a lot because I wasn't on social media a lot. But all I knew was like I saw his picture and I was like, yo, that's a really cool looking box art. And then he posted more and I was like, whoa, that's a lot of Vox art. Who's the artist?
Hey Mika, speaking of Vox art, have you ever do you want to know what happens if you go on DeviantArt and search Vox Akuma fat? You want to see?
Yeah, show me.
This is it. It's not even him. It's not even him. It's like some character from fucking. What is it like? What's the show again? It's you know the one, Vipsy Pops show. What's it called? It's a Has Been Hotel, I believe.
Why were you on DeviantArt searching Vox Akuma fat?
I don't remember how we got on the topic, but I just ended up going on DeviantArt mid-collab and searching Vox Akuma fat. This is what came up. I also searched Vox the Hedgehog. That was could have gotten way.
Random thing I've ever fucking heard, dude.
Oh, it's because we were talking about how he calls himself I'm a fat boy sometimes. So I was like, hey, well, what would happen if I went on DeviantArt and searched Vox Akuma fat? That might be cursed. I was like, maybe he's got like a hardcore fan doing some beautiful, big, voluptuous art of him over there on DeviantArt. Maybe, who knows? I wanna give him that knowledge if that's the case. But like, I just find it funny how it like turns like it's not him, but it's another demon. So strange.
I mean,
what do you think about that?
If you like, just yeah, the colors are there. You know, like if you blur it out a little bit, the color palette. I don't know. I have no clue, dude.
What happens if I search Mika Melatica fat? Let me see.
I swear, I think my Twitter would just pop up.
Mika Melatica fat. Yeah, first the result is your Twitter feed, and it is you saying,
yes.
Update on Toast. He is dirty and malnutrition, but otherwise okay. Also, Doc said he isn't a munchkin. Oh, it's your...
Okay. That was not the one I was talking about. I tweeted once that I was like eating a lot, and I was like, Chad, I'm eating so much that I'm getting like like a food bump? What is it? Like, you know when you eat so much.
I found some fat Mika art. I did.
You did? Wait, can I see?
You want to see it?
Yes.
I'm not gonna show it on stream though. It's not. Oh. I don't know if this counts as fat though. It's like you stuffing your belly with something.
Okay, you want to know the context for this?
What is this?
Low-key? So, basically, I said that I was eating a bunch, right? I was like, I'm eating so much because, I don't know, I just feel like it, I forgot. And then I'm getting like a belly bump because I'm eating so much. And then I told chat, like, just randomly, because it crossed my mind. I was like, chat, you know what I really like about, like, eating?
What do you
is
like
after
about
I
eating?
eat, like, I get a belly bump and then I go take a shower and then I pretend like I have a maternity photo shoot in the shower with my food bump. And then I said it because I thought everyone does that. And then chat was like, okay, what is wrong with you, girl? And then now I get art like that. I was like, okay. I did not think.
You're a very unique person, Mika. I like you.
I am narcissistic. I like
What?
photo shoots.
Sure, who doesn't? You know?
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think, is there something I do that... No. Everything I do that no one does, I know no one does it. I just do.
I mean, you wouldn't know until you say it out loud.
What?
Like, you wouldn't know if no one does it until you say it out loud. Like, I swear there's so many things I do that I thought was like, oh, this is normal. Like, everyone does this. And
I'm
then
just scared
no one
of
does
it.
it.
I'm just a fucking coward, Mika. I'm not gonna put myself in that position because I know for sure there's gonna be some weird shit that everyone's gonna get on my ass for, and I don't want to give them that satisfaction.
Oh, see, that's where we differ. But also we're similar. I don't want to give people weird shit, but apparently I just do weird shit and I think it's common.
Based. Who cares?
So
Just do whatever you
similar.
want, Mika. Who's gonna stop you?
I know, at this point, I just brand myself to be like, haha, chat, yeah,
We're
I'm
all
being
gonna
goofy and
die
silly for
anyway.
content.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm just
die
like-
anyway. Just fuck it. Just do whatever you want.
That's not even how I think. I wish I was like, yeah, we're all gonna die
We're all
anyways,
gonna
guys. Just
die.
live, love, laugh. You
Fuck
only
it.
live once.
Eat
Yeah.
7 pancakes. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't even think that way. All I do is like, you know what I feel like doing today?
What do you feel
Pushing
like doing?
myself to the limit. Instead of going somewhere with a car,
a
why don't
beautiful
I go
thumbnail.
there with my feet? That is crazy.
This is Mika Melatika's thumbnail, everyone. I will yap after a nap, yapping about anything. Ask me whatever you want, and we chill. Yippee! Live in 2 hours, and it's Mika Melatika, except she's drawn with clown makeup on, and it says poop.
I took a nap and then I woke up and then I feel like yapping to people online. And then I'm not gonna do that on Twitter, so I'm gonna do that on YouTube. I'm
Live in
yapping.
2. You haven't even streamed. You haven't streamed yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming
This is
in like.
this is in 44 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be yapping. I love
Man.
yapping. I swear,
Alright.
like every time we talk, it's always like that. It's like, do you want to call for 5 minutes? It's like, yeah, and then our call ends for like 3 hours.
I'm pretty sure the longest we've ever talked was like 5 hours. You know why I
Yeah.
remember?
Why?
Because I was in Denmark, right? And Denmark is a deserted fucking wasteland where I live. So I was like walking around outside, and it was like I remember I was on the same parking lot. It's like big deserted parking lot out in the middle of nowhere. I was just like walking back and forth, chatting with you, and we were just going over everything you can imagine. I think I got your whole life story. It was amazing. I loved it every moment. I think it was the first time we talked on call that wasn't on stream too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so. At least for that long. It was like for a good 4 or 5 hours. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I've always wanted to go to Denmark. I can speak Danish.
Yeah, that's true. You can. Give me some Danish. I want to hear it.
Hellkæft.
Oh, kæftkilling.
Hellkæftkilling.
All din kæftkilling. Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. But you
Jeg
know the
elsker dig.
truth. You know the true language of the Dane. I love it. Yeah, you should come. You should stop by Denmark. You know what? Like, do it around December sometime. The Christmas in Denmark, like winter season's actually pretty decent. We can hang out and go
Isn't
places.
it winter? Isn't it winter?
Yeah.
In December?
Yeah.
Does it snow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
it's snowing right now. You want to see? My mom sent me a picture.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I'll show chat too. This is
Bro, I'm Southeast
outside our
Asian. My
window.
body can't hold the cold, bro. 18 degrees, and I'm like, bro.
There you go. And everyone's always like, Mary, don't do it, don't show, people are gonna find you. You fucking good luck getting there. It's in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna get there. You're not gonna fucking get there. You're not gonna get on a fucking 12-hour airplane trip and go fucking visit my mom. She's gonna beat the shit out of you. She's Turkish. She's good. You're not gonna fucking go there. You know, you can Google it and find it easily. It's like he used it as a company address. It's public record. It's no one's gonna. I'm not nervous at all. Multiple people have doxed me in the past. One guy like messaged me. He DM'd me the address. I'm like, fucking come. You can't fucking afford coming. It's way too expensive even getting half the way there. Fucking come. Go on then, motherfucker.
Oh my lord.
Go on then, motherfucker. You're not gonna get very far.
Oh my god. Hell no. I wish I had half of your balls.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Fucking show up. My mom's gonna beat the shit out of you. You know what my mom did one time? Let me tell you what my mom did. She's an idiot sometimes. All respect to my mom. She's an amazing lady, but let me tell you what happened one time. So I have this middle school bully, right? He knows that I like made it big after school, like with comics and stuff online, because he's kind of a nerd too. But he was a piece of shit. I hated his guts. He was like always rude to me and always mean to me and always like keeping me out of stuff. It's just this big dumb bully archetype, you know the type, you know the type, the ones from the cartoons. So he pretended to be my friend. Like he pretended we were friends after all of that. And he was like DMing me on Facebook and stuff. I was just fucking ignoring him. I didn't want to talk to him. And then I was like visiting my mom, and I was there for like 2 months or so. No, it was during COVID. I was there for like a year. It was during COVID. And then one day I'm like just chilling in my room. I'm working. I'm like doing things. Suddenly I hear someone like walking through the hallway. I think it's my mom. So I like walk into the hallway. It's him. He's in my house.
What?
I was like, why is he in my house? Why is this guy in my house? How the fuck did you just walk in? Hey, dude, I haven't spoken to you in 9 years. How did you get in? And he was like, oh, your mom let me in. Mom?
What?
So I just like talk through it. I'm like, oh yeah, man, nice to see him. I'm a bit busy, and like, please don't, cause trouble. Please get out. Please leave my house. And I walk up to my mom and I'm like, Mom, why did you let a stranger into my home? And my mom is like, oh, he said you were friends. No, you don't let people in, Mom. You don't let people in because they just say they're my friends. You don't do that ever again, Mom. Please, for Christ's sake, please. I had to like have a very serious conversation with her.
Jeez. Your mom, I see where you got your balls from.
Oh yeah, nah, she's got big balls, my mom. She's got the biggest balls. She just doesn't care. You know what she's like? She's like you a little bit. She'll just walk up to people and be like, "Can I have that for free? Can I just have it?"
Girl.
This seems like something you do. I don't know.
I have like, okay, the thing is for me, it depends, right? Like how close am I to a period? If it's really close, then I will do that. If it's not, then I'm like, oh,
why
no,
is that the difference?
I don't know, like something about like, before I get my period, I seriously am so painfully emotional that I'm like, anything is possible, fuck it. So then I just do whatever. And honestly, I have told this story on stream once. So
yeah,
when I went to Japan, like this year, right? I went to Japan like February. And then I went to a mall, and I didn't know this at all, but there was a convention at the mall. Right? And I didn't know. The only thing I knew were like,
was it in
I saw a
Ikebukuro?
cosplayer. No, it was like, I forgot where it was, but it was like somewhere in Japan. It was like a random mall, and I went on like a Saturday, I think. Or Sunday.
But
it's like a weekday.
Sounds a lot like the exact situation I was in Ikebukuro at like Sunshine City, where there's like a lot of like cosplayers just at that mall. You sure it wasn't Ikebukuro?
I'm gonna be real with you. I do not remember anything. It like blurs out. Like the words itself, I do not remember. But it was a mall, so that's a thing. Okay. And I didn't know there was a convention. I just started seeing cosplayers and I was like, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be wild if I saw a Niji-Sanji cosplayer?
And you did, right?
And I did. And the thing is, I saw, at first it was like a JP, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw like more Niji cosplayers. And the Niji cosplayers are like my friends. And I was like, yo, that is crazy. And I don't want to be a creepy, like I don't know how like the cosplaying world works, but in my brain it's like I don't want people to like take pictures of me quietly in the corner. Like I feel like that's creepy to do. Yeah. But I really want to like take a picture of them, not with them, just like of them, to be like, yo, like secretly I'll be like, hey guys, look, people are like, I saw people really appreciating you in cosplaying.
I love this. Is cool? This is going exactly the way my story went. Please keep going. I want to see how close we get. What happens then?
I didn't want to be a creep, so then I decided to walk up to someone, and it was a Luxium cosplayer.
Hell yeah!
And it was like a whole group, and I walked up to them, and I was like, like, cause I thought, you know, I'm pretty sure no one knows me first of all, and my voice is very generic, but just to be safe, I pitched it up like 6 decibels. So I was like, sumimasen. 写真大丈夫ですか?
Oh my god.
のコスプレ本当にかっこいい。はい、ボクサクママジ大好き。
That's so cute. That's silly. Like, that's goofy.
I did not understand. I don't understand Japanese, so I really tried. And they were like, something like, of course, or whatever, right? I was like, yeah, ボクサクマ様マジ大好き。君のボクサクマコスプレマジかっこいい。
Why do you sound like fucking Mickey Mouse when you do that voice?
I love it. I took a picture with them, like literally selfie style.
Oh really?
And I sent it to them.
Want to see
like
it.
I sent it to them, and they're like, Miko, get the fuck out of there.
Oh my god.
He's like, girl.
That's hilarious.
Girl.
What happened next? You just left?
That's it, I think. I did get in a little bit of a pickle because, you know, I was full on ballsy, but it's okay. It's because I'm not very well known in Japan, thankfully, that nothing
I think you dodged
happen.
a bullet, Mika. Let me tell you why. That exact story happened to me, except I didn't leave at that point. I was an idiot. I stayed. And here's what happened. So let me, everything happened exactly like yours. I'm just going to continue the story from mine. So I was going around taking pictures of Luxium cosplayers. I was like, oh my god, Luxium! That's so fucking cool, bro, in Japan! It's like taking pictures, you know, like checking. Like there were other Niji cosplayers as well. And I was like going around taking pictures and chatting with them. And I was like, oh, I've got Twitter. I can just tweet the pictures, you know? Because I'm from Europe. And even in East Asia, it's like normal to tweet cosplay pictures if you get permission to take a photo. It is somewhat expected that you also have the permission to post a photo. So I started posting. I was like, hey, look guys, I found Luxium cosplayers, I found Niji cosplayers in Japan. It's awesome. Started posting pictures and stuff. Guess what happens?
What?
I get in trouble. I get in fucking trouble, Mika.
Why?
So here's the thing. First of all, we both broke the rules. By the way, you're not allowed to do that unless you pay to attend. And I know what you're thinking, but it's an open event. It's at a mall. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's not closed off. You're supposed to pay to take photos. You're supposed to have this armband, but neither of us knew that, right?
Oh, I see.
It's not actually like an open event. It's like a paid event. You got to pay to get in. But even though they don't close it off for some weird reason, but they still like expect you to pay. So not only did both of us not have like actual, we weren't supposed to do that. Second of all, I wasn't supposed to post those pictures because apparently that is also against the rules. You're supposed to get special permission from these cosplayers to be able to take these pictures. And it is okay to take pictures, but you're not supposed to post them. It's a very cultural difference. So lo and behold, I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, it's a great day. I hung out, you know, I met cosplayers, took pictures. Oh, that's amazing. You know, it's like this big stupid idiot. And then I notice, oh shit, some of these cosplayers are like talking about me in their community, and they're like, they know it's me now. They know that I'm a VTuber, and they're like complaining about me. They're like, you know, this fucking guy. What the fuck? He's not allowed to do that. And they were like making posts about me and stuff. And I was like, no. I'm sorry. I didn't. Just immediately took down all the pictures, make an apology post, and they're like, oh, okay, he's one of the good ones. Okay, he's not a bad foreigner. It's like I think they assumed I wouldn't take them down. Like a few of them are my viewers now. They're actually very nice. But like I got scared for a moment.
Dude, I never knew. I feel like me saying like, oh my god, thank you for telling me. I did not know. But
me neither.
That is so different as well. The thing
You
is, at least
just
for
dodged
me,
a
like,
bullet. That's
yeah,
great.
like I am not like part of the. I love anime and stuff, but I don't go to like conventions sometimes. Like I only been in like 3 conventions in my whole entire life, and that was when I was like younger, and because I stumbled upon it, right? And the thing is, I don't know anything about like the art world, the cosplay world. I'm very like uneducated about it, but I'm very open to like listen to like, oh, this is the appropriate stuff to do. I remember one thing I got in trouble for like a long time ago was when I started streaming, people would make like fan arts, right?
Yeah.
And I would be like, yo, this fan art is so cool. And I would like it, and I would quote retweet it being like, this fan art is so cool. That's all I did. But apparently that's not very like, some artists don't quite like that because then the engagement goes to your post and not them. I did not know that.
Oh,
So I
the
was
quote
like-
tweet thing.
Yeah, so
I
now
didn't
all I do
consider
is, like,
that
retweet.
actually.
Yeah, like I think it's not everyone. Like I think it's just like some people don't quite like that because they want the engagement.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, listen, I did not make this. You make it, your rules, girl. I'll follow you. So now what I do is I retweet it and I comment on their post to be like more engagement, I guess. Like I think it's also better. So
That's actually a really good point. I'm actually kind of glad you told me that because I never really considered that. I don't really tend to quote tweet fan art, but like I'm glad I know that now. Yeah, that's true actually. It's more considerate.
I never thought about it either. And it's not, I don't think it's because it's like honestly, when we talk about some of this, there are people that are like, oh my god, like you guys are not considerate. It's like, no, we're just stupid. Like we try to be considerate. We just literally do. It doesn't cross our mind because our tiny little brains doesn't process anything. So thank you for telling us. Okay, putting it in simple words made it make sense so easily. Thank you. But with the taking pictures of cosplayers, I don't know anything about like what is respectful and what is not. So I just always follow like if if someone were to take pictures of me, how would I like it to be? Right? And I don't want people to just take pictures of me like I'm eating and they're taking pictures from like the corner of the room being like, yo, she's eating. Like, that'd be weird. Like, just come up to me.
Definitely ask first, yes.
Right? Like, you come and you ask, and then if you want to post it, you ask. But like, mostly I don't post anything anyways. So it's because I'm just a very private person. I don't like taking pictures or stuff like that. Like, I like taking pictures of others, but not myself in a way. So I have never understood anything about the cosplaying world, but so thank you for telling me. That does make sense.
I don't think that's actually normal in the cosplay world. I think that's very specific to Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have actually frequented quite many events all over the world, and that was the first time I was told that it's not good to post without like explicit permission, even if you get to take a photo. I think there's different etiquettes. I don't know about China or Korea, but I know in Southeast Asia they tend to be okay with photos, and same in Europe and same in America. So that's the thing. I'm not sure about East Asia, but yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, like I think generally just be open to listen, and you can kind of avoid any drama at all. As mentioned, they were really nice to me after they figured out that I just didn't know.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that's drama. I think it's just like a misunderstanding, and then
yeah.
like both parties are like, oh, my bad, bro.
Double 54. Thank you for the 33 months. Sorry.
Thank
Just quickly,
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Do you gotta go? Your stream is about to start in 25 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you scared me. It's 29. I'm still trying to find a meme. But yeah.
Still trying to
If
find
you
a
want to
meme.
go chat with your chat.
Yeah, I gotta go soon. It's getting a little late for me. I'm still a little sick. I've been sick with bronchitis for quite a while now.
Yeah, you told me get better soon. Don't force yourself too much, and don't be too hard on yourself either. You're doing amazing.
Thank you, Mika. Mika, when do you plan to graduate? Again?
28th in
December?
Yeah, like.
Oh
18
fuck,
days.
that's soon. We need to do something together.
We talk about this like it's the most normal thing ever.
I mean, you know.
It's like, oh my God,
You
okay,
know.
grab
You
one.
know. You know.
So real, so true.
It's not really goodbye, you know. It's I'll still say hi to you once in a while, I'm sure, even if you're not a
VTuber
VTuber
have my
anymore.
number. Yeah, you still.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Mary? I'm gonna die. What do you mean?
You're gonna die forever. It's gonna be so fucking sad.
I know you're gonna cry, but you'll be like, wow. Sometimes I can still hear her voice, and then.
Oh,
every
Mika,
et cetera,
I'll bring
yeah.
your PNG on sometimes and do your voice. How about that? We'll keep you
Oh
alive.
yeah. I
I don't actually think I'm allowed to do that. By the way, I have no idea what I'm allowed. What the fuck?
I can't tell
Is
you
there
that
any-
either. I do not
Is there
read them.
any like? Is there any? Sometimes I wonder like, what is the actual like terms of condition for like using Niti Sanji like PNGs? Because sometimes I'd like bring on Vox and like do his voice. Just like bring his PNG on, do his voice like I'm talking to him. Happened a few times, not too often, but like I wonder if like that's even allowed. But if it's not, who do I ask?
Honestly, okay, I do not know. So don't take my word as like Bible, okay? I am the worst Niji member to ask for like permissions and shit. I will give that disclaimer. But this is from my like little small brain. You know how a lot of people are like, you have to be super duper considerate about a lot of things? I think because with VTubing, right, there are like, it's not just you, there's like artists and rig people that are like making your stuff and stuff like that, you know? I usually don't do stuff like that just because in case the artist doesn't like it. Like even though I know I know Mary, for example, but I don't know the artist that made you, I'm not gonna show your picture unless it's like we're collabing or something.
Yeah.
But like out of the blue, I probably wouldn't because just in case the artist might not like that very much. That's my little PP brain. But this is not me being like, oh, it's not allowed. No, I don't know. Literally, I have no clue, girl. I just be thinking a bit too much.
Well, I think just, you know, use best judgment, and that's kind of the thing you got to do with everything, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of have to wing it. Honestly, if you don't make mistakes, then you're probably not going to make good things either. So just wing it sometimes.
Just wing it and try your best to be considerate, and then even if you do end up breaking a rule, you can always apologize and stuff.
Yeah, at least it's an honest mistake, you know? You're not like, you don't have bad intentions or anything. You were just goofing a bit too hard and you made a mistake and now you're like,
but it is going to be weird when you graduate, you know? It's going to be weird not having you around. Are you feeling nervous about it at all? Are you feeling a little sad?
Low key, yes, because I genuinely know that I'll miss so many people and like the community and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to make people be sad about it because in my brain, it's like, okay, I kind of...
Yeah. You kind of want it to be...
you know?
You know, in Africa, the funeral's almost like celebrations.
Really?
It's like a celebration for someone's life. If you're ever curious, go check out Nelson Mandela's funeral. They like were dancing, had music going. It was crazy. It was super festive. It was like a celebration of all of his achievements and all of the great things about his life. And I kind of like that better than
yeah, that does sound nice.
than being sad. Not that your graduation should be a funeral or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but like I like the idea that ending should be bittersweet, sure, but a celebration, not a oh, it's so sad, everything's over, but rather glad it happened, you know?
Same. It's kind of like I know people are sad and I am sad, but this is how my brain works, but maybe it's because I'm a bit stupid. In my head, it's like I always feel happy if I know I made people happy. So if me doing this and then I'm making you sad, now I feel like, oh, I did a bad job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to just be like, ha ha ha, Lamau, anyways. But
well,
I know I'll generally miss everyone.
Dear Mika, you were one of the best Niti-sanji of all time. One of the most iconic. I truly believe that.
Oh,
And I'm
Mary,
happy-
you don't have to lie. You don't
I'm happy
even
we
know
met each other.
where I was.
What do you mean?
I still remember our first collab. Don't even lie to me, Merryweather.
Well, I forgot you were Nietzsche.
You were like,
But
oh my God,
you've come
what are
so
you
far
doing?
since then, though. You've become very iconic since then, since like Nietzsche ID early days. I feel like you've done amazingly well. You've been fantastic, Mika.
Aw,
Don't take that away from you. And I'm gonna be celebrating your accomplishments when you do graduate. I'm gonna be celebrating your accomplishments instead of being too sad.
yeah, Mary, you've always been a real friend to me, so thank you.
I can't wait to talk more, Mika. But you got a stream in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna leave you to go find your meme.
Oh, you're right. Thank you, manager. I'll get right onto that right now. All right, I'll be leaving this meeting now. Have
Yes,
a
of
great
course.
day. Have a great day to you too, chat. Take care of the manager, Lucius, Mary. Ooh.
Just
I
say
was
Mary if you
still-
like.
Merryweather.
Yes.
Have a great day, and don't push yourself too much. Okay? Hope you get better soon.
Thank you, Mika. Enjoy your stream. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Mika. I'm kind of happy I got to talk to her too. But yeah, me and Mika, probably Mika is the one I talk to the most in Niti-sanji, actually. Like her and Kyo, in terms of like pure volume of conversation. It's I talk to Hex a lot too, of course. But yeah, it's nice to hear from Mika. I keep forgetting that she's about to graduate. I don't think that's a good thing. I feel like I should care more. It's just, it's weird. It's surreal. It's like it's not even happening. It's like it's not even happening. I should make an effort to hang out with her before she goes. I should definitely do that. Yeah. Anyway, I was told that there's something I got to check from Eva. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick again because I keep fucking chugging water. I don't know why. It's just something I'm doing. I'm not even thirsty. I'm still chugging water. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm gonna be right back, and then when I'm back, we're gonna check this out. So I'll be right back. Woof. Woof. Hello, Dukes. I just checked the project and it seems to be a get well soon art book. That's very sweet. I do want to ask though, would you guys prefer I check it out tomorrow at the beginning of the stream? Did you just call us dudes? Yeah. I am a little tired and I wanna kinda give it the right level of energy, Do you guys mind if it's like tomorrow? Tomorrow? On tomorrow's stream? Wait, it has to be on Tuesday's stream, actually. Hold on, let me check something. Can it be on Tuesday's stream, or should I do it today? What do you guys think? Do you want me to do it today, or do you want me to do it on Tuesday? Because I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. I keep forgetting. I'm going to Disneyland with a bunch of friends. What do you think? Then we do like the night, then go all in, full energy tomorrow on Tuesday. What do you think, Dogami? Tuesday's fine? Take photos for us, for sure. I'll bring my I'll bring my ink dog plushie. We're bringing a lot of friends with us actually, so it's gonna be of the ones you guys know. You know, Mama Uni is coming. Adrian is coming. AJ Sparks, our sound editor. Emma is coming, who is also one of our JP voice actors. And then a bunch of other voice actors and stuff from Merryweather Media are going to Disneyland all together, and it's going to be great. I wish Papa Twin is coming. I'm trying to help them get a visa to Japan right now, so that they can come with us too. But it's a little bit hard to get them a visa, to get them over fast, because it takes time to get these things sorted, you know. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Woof. Have fun at Disney, thank you. Yeah. I really appreciate this though, it looks beautiful. I love when Mary's Pen Kingdom, you know, you guys all get together to do your projects. It's very lovely. I really do treasure and appreciate each and every single one. Hello Starry Feathers again. Merpini, Oladia Plate, Chocolate Cat, Iris, Jai, Yan Ching Sing, Onryo Art, Nezuko-chan, Danes, Pia, Deria Arts, Suri, Pietzu, ovviamente, Artesia, Ryo-chan, Silver Wolf, Hero. I do appreciate all of you. Stormy Night, Suzuhyo, Rika, Chocolate Cat, Yuzuriha. I really appreciate you all coming today. I'm probably gonna go have a good long rest now. It was a lovely stream today. I'm glad that not only did we get to hang out with the Demon Man again, we also get to hang out with Mika a little bit. And yes, indeed. I'll see you all on Tuesday, okay? See you all on Tuesday. Woof. Oh man, just got here. Have a good rest. Thank you, Number. So, let me see if I can raid Vox or Mika. I don't know if I can, actually. I am not sure if I can. It's a little bit difficult to figure out. Sometimes I can raid them, sometimes I cannot. Let us see if that is something that I'm kind of able to do. Let me check. Let me see if I'm able to do it. Okay. Redirect. Let's see. Okay. If I search Latica. I cannot. What about Vox Akuma? Can I raid him? I cannot. Oh wait, I can raid his like upcoming stream. So let's do that. Let's send ourselves over to his waiting room. Let's do that. Mika's online right now, actually. Let's do that. And then for Twitch, who should we raid over on Twitch? How about... Who do we raid? How about Tricky? We raided Tricky the other day. Perhaps... Oh, Chris, thank you for joining the Dog Army. Thank you. How about someone we haven't raided in a while? Maybe... Thank you very much, Alicia. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to the Dog Army. Welcome. Yuniiho. Maybe? No. Gigi. Why not Gigi? Yeah, fuck it. Let's raid Gigi. All right. Let's raid Kamaniki. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining in. I really appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you for staying and thank you for bearing with me, even if it was a little bit of a serious conversation. And, you know, if you enjoyed hanging out, make sure you click the follow button and click the subscribe button over on YouTube. Yeah. I'll see you all soon. Good night, Dogami. Good night. Woof. And thank you to all the kindred who came. See you soon. Bye-bye. I love you. Woof.